Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider Nation. Raiders, 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 Raiders. Let me make sure that my mic is all set up. Make sure that we're good to go. Just give me a second here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? I'm about to go check my check it out on YouTube real quick. Make sure y'all can hear me loud and clear. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure we all good so we could talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me 1 second. I gotta check my phone. Just give me 1 second. Make sure we sounding good. We got some news that Richie Incognito is back too. All right, we sounding good. We sounding good. We sounding good. We here. We live. Richie Incognito is officially back, according to Adam Scheffner. We seen that big trade for you, not a QB. Incognito is back. We trade Rodney Hudson to the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, it's a lot going on with us, man. It's a lot going on with us. So just bear with me, man. Maybe we should, I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, I just feel like a lot of things are going on, and I'm trying to stay up to par, trying to do my other work and stuff like that. But what's up to everybody that's in the chat? Thank y'all for tuning in. We really do appreciate everybody tuning in to the show, man. It's a good trade though, but I mean, we got a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick for Rodney Hudson, which I think that is absolutely fine. That give us more draft picks in the draft. And yeah, man, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I don't know why my thumbnail is not coming up on my channel for some reason. That's pretty weird. Yo, love this show. Thank you, Carlos. Really do appreciate it, brother. Really do appreciate it. But Rodney Hudson has been traded. Richie Incognito is back. Yeah, we got a few things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of things to talk about. These 1-year deals that we getting back, that's another thing too. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially here. We are officially live in Spotlight Raiders Talk. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now the O-line is getting younger. See that Denzel Good is back. Richie Incognito is back. That's pretty good to see. We get Denzel Good on a 2-year deal. Good is back. We got Richie Incognito back, so Rodney Hudson is out the door. He is traded, but we able getting something for him. So we got, we got 2 out of the 4 back. 2 out of the 4 back, which I'm not mad about. We got 2 out of 4 back. They working on a trade with Gabe Jackson. So hopefully we can probably get some more draft picks with that as well, So hopefully we can, have some news, man. Have some news. But how y'all feeling, man? Give us a grade in the chat. Give us a grade for A being good to F being bad. How do you grade what the Raiders have done in free agency for day 3? Put it in the chat right now, y'all. Put it in the chat and let us know, how do y'all feel about how things have turned in this 3rd day? Gabe Jackson is not staying. He is looking to be traded. Gabe Jackson is looking to be traded. People saying C+, C-. I see C pluses and C minuses. Definitely a lot happier today. We're trying to trade Gabe Jackson. Hey, if we could trade Gabe Jackson, I have no issue with that, trying to trade him. All right, so thank you, Mike Hawk, for the $1.99 donation. Thank you, Mike Hawk. Thank you so much for tuning in. He says that the Raiders are making patient and smart moves. Yeah, Still waiting on my Colts to do something. Feel bad for the Raiders losing a lot. We're not really losing a lot, actually. Richie Incognito just got re-signed. EJ. We got more draft picks. We could go younger in the draft with the offensive line. So you just never know, man. We got a third and a seventh rounder for Hudson for what I've saw. So give me 1 second. Let me fix my camera real quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix my camera. I'm having issues with my camera as we speak. All right, that should be a little bit better now. That I should be a little bit up more closer now with y'all. Okay, so we're good. What's going on, Raider Nation? What's up? What's up, Raider Nation? Yeah, we got so we got a third round pick for him, and we gave up a seventh round pick. Didn't we give up a seventh round pick for Trent Brown as well? So it's been an interesting free agency. We got a lot of our players back, like Zay Jones, Jonathan Hankins, Nicholas Morrow. We got a lot of our players back, but on 1 year deals. How do y'all feel about that? That is only on 1 year deals. So we saved about $9 million. We saved about $9 million trading Hudson. Okay, that's no problem with that. All right, so shout out. Hold up, y'all, because this I might have to slow down this chat a little bit longer. Hold up, let me get the donation real quick. Let me get the donation. Shout out to Mike Hawk for the $4.99 donation. Said, what y'all doing? What y'all don't know is Hudson is going to regress sooner than later. So Gruden played it smart by trading him and re-signing key vet lineman in Incognito. But the question is, Incognito, can he stay healthy? That is the biggest thing, though. That is the biggest thing. Can he stay healthy? And I don't know if he can. I mean, but he does. It does bring continuity back to the offensive line. I can't even be mad at that. It does bring continuity back to the offensive line. So how can I really be mad at that? So it is what it is. We move on. Incognito is older than Hudson, but at the same time, at the end of the day, that's just what we have to do, to get our players to play their best. People say he sucks at run blocking. I disagree. Cut Mariota is decent for a backup guard. So we cleared up cap space for trading Hudson. That's what it looks like. Long should sign now, and we just need a center. They saying Mike James might be our center. Mike James is looking to be our center, so we just don't see about that. We're going to be a very young team next year in certain positions. We are. We definitely are going to be a certain team. Listen, y'all, we got 98 people in the chat on YouTube. 98 people in the chat with only 32 likes. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Let's hit that like button, y'all. Let's hit that like button. Our run game was the best when Incognito was on the field. Yeah, because he's a bruiser, man. He's a bruiser. When you sign mediocre talent, expect a mediocre team. Well, we're not really signing mediocre talent. We re-signed all the quality players that we needed back. So you can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all, I don't think it's mediocre. I think we just re-signed everybody that made us the team that we were. Now we have, we got really focused on our defense. That we got Incognito back. We got we traded Hudson. So hopefully we can, we got Denzel Good back. So, still focus on our defense. We really need to focus on our defense. Anthony Harris should be the guy right now. Jonathan Hankins is back. I'm not feeling the Zay Jones and Hankins signings. I am. I think Jonathan Hankins is a solid player for us. He's a solid player. Zay Jones still have a lot to prove. I'm not really a big fan of Zay Jones. I thought we'll go out and go get another wide receiver, but we didn't. So we got to go with we have to accept what we have. if we do not take the dead cat from Hudson now, no, we don't take the dead cat. For what I've heard, I love what you're doing, man. Much love. Thank you so much, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time being at this channel, we would suggest that y'all subscribe and hit that bell button. We really would appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, this boom arm stand is acting mad weird. Like, I don't know why I can't keep it as high as I want to. But the Cardinals trade, I mean, the Cardinals are happy with what they got. Hey, it is what it is, man. 702 in the building. Let's go. 702 in the building. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I don't want to be too far up to the mic. Sunjoku, what's going on, Sunjoku? If y'all have not gone over and subscribed to Sunjoku, he goes live as well. Give me that $1.49 donation. Thank you so much, brother. We really do appreciate all the love and all the support, my guy. Really do appreciate it. Our number one wide receiver is just Waller. Yes. That's exactly what it is. Shout out to Eli. Eli, you got to get back on the show, man. You on Facebook? Shout out to Eli. Got to get back on the show, man. You got to come back on here. Yes, for me personally, our number one wide receiver is going to be Waller. Number two, probably going to be Bryan Edwards. Number three, probably be Henry Ruggs. Who knows? Yeah, we got Richie back, man. We got Richie Mack. But we ready, man. I think it's interesting to see what's up with Jonathan Abrams. I think he should move. I think they should move him. He shoots and hits. I don't think we should move on from Jonathan Abrams yet. I don't think we should move on. John Brown can ball. He will be better, number one, than Aguilar did. We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. I can't say that right now. If he puts up better numbers than Nelson Aguilar in his first year, then I'll say that. But until then, I have to see the numbers. I have to see the production on the field if he really can replace it. What do you think about the new receiver, John Brown? I didn't think nothing of it. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it at all. I was not expecting him. I mean, Curtis Samuel is more of a younger wide receiver than John Brown. I would have expected them to go after Curtis Samuel, but we don't know what Curtis Samuel was asking for. So yeah, I would definitely take on John Brown. I'll take it. I mean, it's a 1-year deal. It's a proven deal. He's about to be 31 years old. Let's see what happens. Henry Ruggs needs more time in the weight room. He does. Carlos. This means Kyle Long is not needed. No, that's not true. I think he still is needed. I think it's good to bring some veterans, outside of bringing Incognito and having Kyle Long. I'll take it. John Brown is injury prone and small. He's only been injury prone, last year? And that was with Buffalo. He wasn't really that injury prone with the Ravens. So I don't think he's that injury prone. He just had a real bad ankle injury last year, which it wasn't that bad. How about you feeling about the old line there? Hold on, y'all. That's my door. Give me a second. Hold on. I apologize. Somebody knocked on my door. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. Somebody knocked on my door. So Kellen Moore says, Spotlight Raiders talk. I am confused. We don't release Hudson. How in the hell do we trade him to the Cardinals? Well, we got a 3rd round pick for him. Nothing's final till today. No cuts. Can't trade. Same with Gabe Bright. I don't know why this thing is acting dumb. I'm really about to switch back to my old thing, like to my old stand. Because this thing is acting mad weird, like for some reason. I don't know what's the problem is, but mad weird for me. Mad weird. With the trade for Hudson, how much cap space do you think we have? I heard we saved $9 million in the cap. That's what I have heard. That we saved $9 million in the cap. I don't know why this thing is acting retarded. I'm having some issues with this darn mic stand. I don't have no issues with it. Yeah, we saved about $9 million. $9 million with Hudson. $9 million, ladies and gentlemen. But we still waiting for it right now. So Marlon Mack is headed back to the Indianapolis Colts. So backup running back is definitely out. It's looking like the Chiefs 2 burners, 1 big wide receiver, installer at tight end. Nah, it wasn't pizza, Grandfish. It wasn't pizza. Awesome Gabe would save us more. Yeah, it will definitely save us more. Spotlight Raiders talk. If you were John Gruden and Mike Mayock, what would be your next move in free agency? My next move in free agency will be defense. Will be what's going on, Docs? Graphk Raider is in the building. What's goody, Graphk Raider? What's goody, my guy? What's up? Shout out to Docs, man. If y'all have not gone over and subscribed to Graphk Raider, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to my brother right now. You see that he's a mod in here, Docs ENT. Y'all go over there and subscribe to my boy right now. But me personally, I still think we need to go after Anthony Harris. Anthony Harris, Richard Sherman, get that secondary together. So if I'm John Gruden and Mike Mayock, I'm looking like, listen, we need a veteran safety to help out Jonathan Abram. We need a veteran corner to help out these younger corners. In the middle of this move, shaking my head live though tonight. Yes. Listen, my boy will be live tonight. So make sure y'all go over there and turn them notifications on and subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to my boy. My boy almost at 7K. Go over there and subscribe to my boy. Me and him, we've been grinding out here. We grinding out here. I mean, Marlon Mack has been Leo, just to let you know, Joshua Anderson, Marlon Mack has re-signed with the Indianapolis Colts. He's re-signed with the Indianapolis Colts. I don't think there's no really other DTs out there, all aboard Raiders. I don't think there's any more DTs out there that I'm interested in my opinion. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that. I have to try this later. What do you think about bringing in Adrian Peterson as a backup running back? I think he's just old. That's the biggest problem. I mean, we could get Dominican Sue, but how much money is he asking for? That's my thing. How much money is he asking for? I don't know how much money he's asking for. That's really going to hurt us. Incognito is back, y'all. Incognito is back. He's back. Incognito is back. This thing really sucks. I paid this money for this thing and it acts really retarded. All right, somebody might have to keep it like this. Or shout out to Abraham. Shout out to Abram for the $2 donation. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you for the $2 donation. We really do appreciate it, bro. Really do appreciate it. Keon Drake. I mean, it depends on what Keon Drake wants, man. Depending on the money that he wants. Yo, what up, Spotlight? They re-signed good. Yeah, they re-signed good for 2 years, which I love everything about it. I love everything about, Good was able to, be back. Did we sign Long? No, we did not sign Kyle Long. Get Sammy Watkins. Don't want Sammy. He can't stay on the field. That's the only problem, man. That's the only problem. Shout out to my boy Damian. Shout out to my boy Damian Hardy for the $5 donation. We really do appreciate it, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your investment into the Spotlight Raiders Talk. We really do appreciate the love and the support, my guy. We really do appreciate it. We're trading Gabe Jackson, but we're trying to see where we're trading Gabe Jackson to. That's the thing. We got to see where we're trading Gabe Jackson to. Because I'm really looking forward to what the Raiders do now since we brought back a lot of players in this day 3. When we will address the secondary, we need to address the secondary right now with Richard Sherman and Anthony Harris. If we sign Melvin Ingram, does he start and where at? I think you could that'll be tough, man. That'll be tough if we get Melvin Ingram. That would be very tough if we get Melvin Ingram. I mean, Max Crosby. Max might have to move, man. If that's the case, I don't want Max to move and not be a starter. But I mean, having the Godway and Melvin Ingram on each side of the ball. I mean, what can you say about Max Crosby? I know Max Crosby has been a star in this league for the first 2 years, but you can't. It's really tough to try to get a starting spot. My thing is this: if you want to win, you would take a sacrifice. And I think that would be a sacrifice for Max Crosby if we sign Melvin Ingram. Marlon Mack re-signed with the Colts. Yeah, we know that. It looked like we're going to end up with all white boys on the all line, especially if they end up signing King. What's wrong with that? Long as they can block, right? That's what I'm saying. Isaiah Johnson will be a free safety starter in 2021. Said it first. Okay, Jason Marshall. Dennis King, right tackle for the Titans last year. I would sign him. He's very underrated. Jamal Williams is not out there no more. Jamal Williams signed with the Lions last night. How do y'all feel about Jeremiah Osu Kukamura? I think he's good. I don't think he's a day one starter, though. I don't think he's a starter in this league, but I think he's good. I think it'll be too high to get him at 17, knowing that we already addressed our pass rushers. We already addressed the edge rush. We already addressed it in free agency. Hold on. Let me take this $5 donation off. But shout out to Damian Hardy for the $5 donation. We really do appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it appreciate it 100. Man, we got 177 people in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, yo. We got to get to 100 likes, man. Let's get this chat to 100 likes. Let's go. Stop playing. I bet Carr feels better. I think Carr does feel better. Once we get to 4:30, I am going to open up the lines. I do have a new number. So the number that I did have yesterday, I will not be having that number for you to call in. I will have a new number. So just bear with me, man. So y'all could call in and say what y'all got to say, man. Yeah, Damian Williams got released from the Kansas City Chiefs last night. Signed Patrick Peterson, Sherman, and Ingram. Raider Laker says, that's a good one too. I likes that. Is Gabe officially cut? No, they're looking to trade him as we speak. If no playoff this year, Chucky got to go. Right. We got to draft a right tackle. If we can't get one in the draft, if we can't get one in free agency, we definitely got to get one in the draft. Definitely. I was really looking forward to Trent Williams, but Trent Williams was another thing, man. Trent Williams was another one that I really liked. I'm sorry, I am late. You talked about Hudson traded to Arizona for a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick. Good Incognito back. Yes, Michael NorCal Raider, I did speak on that. Yeah, they did trade him to Arizona. And I think it's a good fit. And think about it. They just signed AJ Green over there. They got their center, D-Hop. They're getting protection for Kyler Murray. And that's been the biggest thing, man. That's been the biggest thing for those Cardinals. So shout out to them. H2 Kane, it is true. Does Good start at offensive guard or offensive tackle? He can play both. It just depends on it really depends on what we do with that offensive line. Trent Williams got paid. Yeah, he got paid. And I think the Raiders was not trying to pay that much for Trent Williams. Absolutely not. The Raiders are now trying to trade Hudson, but no one's going to do that now. The Raiders are making no sense letting go of all these offensive linemen. Jesse, they already traded him, bro. They already traded him. We got a 3rd round pick for him. So I don't know where you're getting that from. Thank God we didn't lose our whole offensive line. I thought we was, though. After yesterday, I really thought we was. They traded Hudson to our rivals, the Cardinals. The Cardinals is our rivals? How? Bro, they already traded Hudson, right? Is the right tackle Wagner still available? I think he is. Morrig is the 5th best prospect out of the whole draft according to GMF. Okay. Gruden is a mini Trump, probably. Incognito coming back, good stuff. Yes, Incognito is coming back. Trade Mariota for picks. I think we should trade Mariota for picks and players, man. We need to. I understand. It is a 2021 third rounder. It is this year's 2021 third round. Andre James is going to suck. We just have to see. I don't think he is, but we just have to see. What's the use of a third round pick if you don't capitalize on it? Proof in the pudding. Look at the third round picks from last year. Bowden gone. Muse isn't a linebacker, and Edwards has only shown the drop ball big. I mean, I can't say that though. Guys, did you hear that Juju family is hyping him up to become a Raider because his family lives in Vegas? Honestly, at this point, I don't think we should go after a wide receiver. I think the Juju Smith-Schuster situation is dead to me. I think it's dead. I think we brought back the wide receivers that Mike Mayock and John Gruden trust. Raider Nation, we can't get every wish. We can't get everybody on the market, y'all. We can't get everybody on the market. We can't. That's the one thing y'all have to figure out. We can't get everyone on the market. That's the biggest issue. We can't get it. So we just have to figure it out in what we do best. Raiders Cardinals is going to be a battle of the desert soon. Yes, it is. Is Kyle still an option? I haven't heard anything of him going anywhere else. Russell Wilson to the trash. Oh, wow. We holding out on Juju, get him cheaper. We're not going to get Juju. I'm at this point that I don't want him. Saul Hudson got traded. What else happened? I was at school. Gabe Jackson is looking to be traded too. Gabe Jackson is looking to be traded as well. I'm on my phone right now waiting for a tweet to come out. That's what we waiting on. Get Melvin Ingram. Yeah, get Melvin Ingram. Gruden is more like biting because you have Gruden to remorse and will hell Byron. Oh my God. Y'all can't make this a political thing when it comes to John Gruden, y'all. Can't make this political. What would be a good for the Raiders? A lot would be good. What's going on, Epic Accepts? Epic Accepts, what's going on? Oh, the Whiners is in here. The Whiners are in here. Jesus Christ. We got the Whiners in here. Not the Niners. We got the Whiners in here. Yes, please stop bringing politics up. Please. You think Earl Thomas is being blackballed by the league? Yes. I mean, he's being blackballed, but at the same time, he has to change. He has to change. His attitude stinks. That's why nobody's getting Earl Thomas, because his attitude stinks. It's terrible. He's a cancer in every locker room that he's been in, from the Seattle Seahawks to the Baltimore Ravens. That's why I love the talent. I love the talent of Earl Thomas, but his attitude stinks. Earl got issues, facts. He got mad issues. What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is your first time being at this Raiders channel. We make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell button, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for it, man. We are here for it. Let's see if we get the news. Let's see if we get the news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Shout out to Mike Hart with the $1.99 donation saying John Gruden needs to bring in Malik Hooker. Yes. Bring him in. But bring him in on a bargain deal. Don't bring him in on something that's going to break the bank. So at least we get 2 out of the 4 that we get, man. At least we get 2 out of the 4. I takes that. I'll definitely take that. I have no issues with that at all. Need to sign Anthony Harris, facts. Got news to Gabe Jackson. I don't hear any news from Gabe Jackson just yet. I'm waiting on it. All above that, we need to get help in the secondary. We need JOK in the draft. Yes. We need to go after him in the draft. I agree. A third rounder is good. Definitely. A third rounder is definitely good. 220 people. Gosh, congratulations, Spotlight. I've been here since 500 stuff. Yes. Shout out to Red Sports, man. Red Sports, what's going on, man? Shout out to Mike Hawk again with a $1.99 donation. Said, I'll be happy with his safety in Melvin Ingram. I'll be satisfied with that too. I'll be satisfied with that too, man. I wouldn't have no issues with that. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I'm about to open up the phone lines right now.
You got news?
Oh, there goes
breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, breaking news. Hammer is in the building. What's good?
Hold on. Jesus Christ. Where this guy? What's up?
What is really, really good?
What's up, Hammer? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I'm not happy with the third round pick for Hudson. Hudson is one of the most respected centers in the league.
I love it.
A third round pick? No. Second round pick, maybe. Not a third.
I think a third round pick. You know why they did that though? Because they messed up in that third round for trading Lynn Bowden Jr. last year. That's the problem. They trying to make up for that.
Dude couldn't.
And they know because they know they got rid of a good player. I don't think we really need to focus on a wide receiver if we would have kept him this year. In my opinion, I think we should just go all young, and that's what they should have did. I don't mind a third round pick. If it was if we would have got a 6th round pick for him, then I would have been pissed.
That would be insane.
That would be insane. So
then they definitely got
third round pick is solid to me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect it a second round pick, but I would take a third round pick, especially is this year's third round pick.
Right. Where did I just see? Somebody just said it. Gruden should get Sherman and Juju. I would say Sherman, yes, because he already had the relationship with Gus Bradley in the original Legion of Boom. He could definitely help that defense in a major way, especially with the young kids there. Mm-hmm. Juju, yo, I'm telling you, it's going to be a waiting game for anybody to sign him. I'll tell you that right now. Because he's questionable as a number 1 receiver.
Well, we all know who's going to be our real number 1 receiver. It is going to be Darren Waller. So, I mean, we all know Waller's going to be that number 1 target when it comes to the passing game. That's why I think they really didn't go out and get like a Juju or a Galladay or any of those guys because we already know Waller's going to be our number 1. Sadly, but it's true. Sadly, but it's true. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Who's this guy? What?
Oh, so because they have not seen you in the chat. They have not seen you here. And they have not seen you here in the long time. It's a lot of new subscribers here too.
It's been a long time.
Let me introduce him again. If y'all not seen him in the live play-by-play and reactions, this is my Raider brother Hammer from Hammer's House. He's a part of my crew, which is the Spotlight Sports Network. He's another Raiders analyst just like myself. So with that being said, y'all, holla at my boy, man. Holla at my boy. If y'all want to subscribe to his channel, put your link in the chat, bro. Subscribe to his channel, man. For real. Subscribe to his channel, man.
Oh man, Sherman's old, but Sherman's going to be. Sherman said it himself in an interview with I think it was Louis Riddick not too long ago. He's only going to play 2 more years, and then he's going to hang it up.
Well, why not give him a 2-year deal?
Exactly.
Right, he's definitely Raiders family. He's definitely family. Richie got 1 year, $2.6 million. If that's the case, that means he took a pay cut to try to get this team to win, and I do not mind that.
Let's see where I'm sending this from.
Napoleon, don't do that, Napoleon. Please do not do that. We're not doing that to my guy Hammer. He's a Raiders fan just like the rest of us. We're not doing that in this chat. We're not doing that. This is Raiders family. We are family, and that's what we're going to do.
Hold that thought, actually. Hold that thought. I'm gonna be nice, but hold up.
What you about to do now? What are you about to do now?
It ain't illegal if that's what you're asking.
Oh my God. I really hope it's not illegal.
Shit. If we're questioning loyalty to the team, 1, 2,
Talk about it.
3,
Do it.
4,
Do it. Keep going.
5.
Keep going.
Well, hold up.
Keep
There's one more.
going.
Hold that thought.
Keep going. Tell these people how loyal you are to the team.
Hold up. I got more too. Hold up.
Keep doing it.
Jerseys. We ain't playing that. Hold up. Where the hell is it? Can't. Oh, here it is. About to yank this shit off. Hold up.
Keep going. Keep going. Oh, Quentin Jefferson for a visit? Okay.
I told you I was in the mood to drop the hammer today, right?
Yeah, you said you was.
Hold up. We ain't done. We ain't done. We ain't done.
Hammer don't hurt him. That's what they saying. Hammer don't hurt him.
Game day chain.
Hammer
Shout out
don't-
to Marie Prado.
Bring that up some more. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Obviously, you see the fitted.
Aha, the Woodson.
Got to see his home debut in Oakland as he beat the shit out of the Jets. Come
Let's
on.
go.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, wait. So let's talk about it.
He's going to get a Derek Carr jersey. Don't do that.
Nope.
Did you just say no?
I don't have a Carr jersey. I don't have a Carr jersey.
Who was Quentin Jefferson? Some of these folks were not even alive when Woodson played. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yep.
Wow.
Yo, Charles Woodson when he was at Michigan. If y'all remember when he was in Michigan, I grew up in New York. You know what was really dope and what everybody loved Charles Woodson when he was playing at Michigan. Everybody in New York, at least where I grew up on Long Island, had those Michigan uptowns because of Woodson.
Let me try to fix this thing, man. I'm having issues with this darn boom stand.
Incognito. All right, so Incognito, the thing was that they did cut him, but it was to rework the contract, and they were going to sign him to a 1-year league vet minimum. He's another one that's going to retire after this coming season. So I'm glad that he did come back to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm definitely glad too. Then.
Absolutely. Yo, realist, you absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right.
I'm having issues with my boom stand, so I'm fixing it. Just bear with me, Raider Nation.
Should have got you the one from Amazon that I got. I should have sent you the link. I'm sorry. My apologies, bro.
No, I got the blue joint. I'm just trying to make sure this thing.
I had a Tim Brown jersey from when I was a kid, but that wasn't the authentic. So, I had a Jerry Rice one. My cousin actually was the receivers coach for the Raiders a couple of years back. So, yep. Who doesn't remember Kerry Collins? I remember me and Darian were just talking about Kerry Collins a few weeks ago.
You sure was.
We were talking about when the Panthers and Jaguars came into existence in the league. I was like,
I don't buy nothing from the Wish app. Sorry.
Might have been like 10 years old. Would you
I don't buy anything from the Wish app.
For a second round pick or no?
Cheap over here. Nothing's cheap over here.
Yo, everybody's going to lose their mind if he were traded for a second round pick. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, Gabe Jackson?
Nah, he said if Carr was traded for a second round pick.
Oh, no, I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind.
Yo, I respect the old heads. Truly, I do. And I just had somebody at work the other day give me a book on the Raiders history. I think it's sitting in my car right now. I wish I would have had that to show you guys too, because that shit meant a lot to get that. Just as here you go. I know you're a Raiders fan. I thought you liked that. Raider decal on my car as well. My shit is that fucking metallic gray. I called my car Raider. Like, y'all don't play with me.
But let's try to see if we could get some callers in.
I want the callers. I was excited when you told me we had callers today.
Oh, we're gonna have some callers today. Y'all see that number right there? Call into the show 201-614-2133. We will be waiting for y'all to call. We will be waiting for y'all to call. And I might have to throw my headphones on for this one because through my Rodecaster Pro, I have to play it through my headphones. So,
and for those that haven't yet, or like Darian said, you have people in the chat right now that haven't seen me. It's been a while. Obviously, I came in, I met Darian through one of his live play-by-plays and was like, I want to get on board with this. And the rest has been history since like midway through.
All right, so we have someone coming in. Give me a second.
Who we got? But there's a link for my YouTube channel as well, guys.
Are you calling from the Spotlight Raiders Talk? This is Darian and Hammer on the line. Who is this calling? Can you hear us? Hold up.
You.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on, man? Hammer, can you hear him?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Been a Raiders fan since 2005, birth date.
Oh, you said 2005?
Yep.
Wow,
that's the year I was
a young
born.
buck.
I feel old. I feel old, honestly, because like I was a senior in high school in 2005.
Oh, I see. But yeah, yesterday, man, I was disappointed as hell to see Rodney Hudson be cut.
Yeah,
but now he was traded today for a third-round pick. You know, I feel way better.
Yeah, I like it too. I like the fact that we able to get something out of it. And you know, the third round pick, I mean, Hammer doesn't really feel great about it, but you know, I think it's good though. I think
it's okay, but I think a second would have been better. I think a second would have been better. That's all I'm saying.
So the second would have been better?
I feel a second would have been better.
Yeah, I think a second would have been better too, because he's like the best center in the league.
Exactly.
Which is understandable, but you got to look at it from my point of view too, is that he's getting up there in age.
True.
If he was younger, like I'll say about 2 or 3 years younger, and still would have been the top center in the league, then yes, second round pick is fine. But he's getting up there in age. I think he's about over 30 right now.
Yeah, but you know what? He's one of the most consistent and most well-respected centers throughout the entire league. That's where I'm like, he's 31 years old. Right? That's where I don't understand how he didn't get a second round.
The Chargers and the Chiefs, they all got the whole O-line. The Chiefs have Joe Thuney now from the Pats, from the Patriots.
Yeah, but Joe Thuney is one of the best guards or tackles in football. You got to think about that too. He was the best available lineman in free agency. And he was just as good as, I mean, I don't want to say it because Trent Brown wasn't good with us, but he was just as good as Trent Brown when they won that Super Bowl championship.
Let's not talk about it.
Joe Thuney got his money. And he's a little bit, I think he's just a little bit younger than Hudson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So, I mean, oh man, I'm kind of happy that we got something instead of nothing. Because if we would have released him, if we would have released Hudson, just think about it. We would have been terrible in the dead cap. Yeah. So we saved $9 million by trading him.
Chris Costanza.
And then we used that money, obviously, to re-sign all these players.
Now we got the people that we wanted to re-sign back. Now we just got to go into free agency. So, do you have any questions for me and Hammer?
Yeah, I have one question. Have you heard about Marcus Mariota? Like they're seeing about restructuring his contract. Have you heard about that?
I haven't heard anything about restructuring, and the other thing was that they talked about there were teams that wanted him at one point, and those talks have died down very, very quickly. At this point, I don't know what the move is right now. Like, if they want to save some cap space with that contract, then cut him. It frees up like 11.8 or something like that, but I don't know, because they signed Peterman to a 1-year deal. I thought when they signed him to the 1-year deal, I was like, okay, this is our backup. Mariota is going to be gone, but nothing's been done yet. So it's just a waiting game right now to see what's going to happen with him.
Right. So, from what I've heard, they wanted to restructure, and people in the chat saying that they hearing that Mariota don't want to restructure. So my best bet is to release him or trade him and get some compensation for it. So I mean, I'm not a really big fan of Mariota. I'm not, and Raiders fans might want to be mad at me about this, but people say, oh, because that one game against the Chargers did not prepare for Mariota. Why do you think Mariota lost his job in Tennessee? Why do you think Mariota lost his job in Tennessee? So you make him a starter here, and he blows it up, and he F's up, and then I'll be like, oh, we want to go back to Carr. Come on, like, so you gotta be a little bit more understanding. But I think they should restructure Mariota if he wants to stay.
But the problem is that no one wants to trade for him because of his contract.
Yes, that's why I said restructure or release. Because if you try to trade him, he has so many incentives that goes up to about $23 million for a backup. I think we overpaid for it. We overpaid for Mariota, in my opinion. We overpaid.
I explained this a long time ago.
I would be cool with.
I explained this a long time ago when he was signed. And the main reason he was signed by the Raiders was to light a fire up Carr's ass.
Like, if you look at Gruden and Mayock, like, how they give their contract, it's just stupid, in my opinion.
They put a lot of incentives in that contract thinking that Mariota was going to eventually become the starter.
Look at Tyrell Williams. I don't blame Tyrell Williams at all, or I don't blame. But the only contract that sucked, in my opinion, was Joyner.
Well, my problem with Joyner was that it wasn't even about Joyner being the issue. It was Paul Guntner having him play a position that he never played.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I think we wouldn't have to go after safety if you would have put LaMarcus Joyner as safety. That's just my opinion. I don't think we need to look. If you look at it, do you really think we need to go after Anthony Harris or any of these other safeties if LaMarcus Joyner would have played his initial position where he got signed to play for? I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to. And I feel like LaMarcus Joyner was forced to play a position that he never played. He never played safety in college. He never played safety not safety. He never played slot corner at the Rams. He never played slot corner in college. Why would Paul Guntner put him there knowing that you setting him up to fail? That's why we end up releasing him, because we set him up to fail.
Yep.
And
I mean, he did.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad Paul Gunther's gone, Better off with the Vikings. I feel bad for them, too.
I know, right? But I mean, let's see what happens. Zimmer. Let's see what happens, man. Now Gus Bradley has to step up and see where he put these players at.
True.
But thank you for calling in, man. We really do appreciate the call.
No problem, man. Problem.
Other people calling in and want to call in and be on the show. But we appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So we did have people call in. Oh, we got another caller. Here we go.
Jefferson's a DN. Ogunchobi is a
you're calling from the Spotlight Raiders Talk. My name is Darian. We got Hammer on the line too. What's going on, man? What's up with you?
What's good with you, bro? So I'm just trying to tap in, bro, and I want to get y'all thoughts on, man, on this whole Rodney Hudson trade, right? That we got a third round for him, and I just want to see what y'all think about. What do you think? Maybe we should go in that direction, like.
So you say for the third round pick, where should we go in that direction as far as the pick goes?
Yeah, like I'm not. Maybe I don't know enough about who's out there, but who would y'all? If y'all had a second round, third round pick, who do y'all think maybe we should go for that third round pick?
For the third round pick, me
Who do
personally,
y'all like in the third? Who are some of the people that y'all like in the third round?
me personally, if we can't get a backup for Josh Jacobs, I think we should go running back in that third round. In my opinion.
Okay.
And only reason why I say that, because if we're going to go first and second strictly defense, or we're going to go strictly defense and free agency, it really depends on what we do in free agency. So in my opinion, a backup running back that could be a bruiser and get those extra yards when Josh Jacobs is not in there. Because we did lose Devin Booker, so now we only got Jalen Richard. And Jalen Richard, he's good, but he's a third down back. So I'll say if we could go running back, probably offensive line, because we do have to get younger there. Richie Incognito is not going to be there all that time.
Right. You already on his last, but
or we can go go into depth, like safety or corner. That's been our Achilles heel. Or we could go depth at linebacker. It's a lot of options that you can go there. Knowing that Taylor Muse is coming back, we don't know if he's really a linebacker or not. That's the problem.
Right.
So we need more depth at that position. We need more depth at every position, honestly. So, I'm gonna let Hammer. I don't know if you can hear Hammer. I'm gonna let him say what he got to say about that question as well.
Yeah, he had said what, third round. I agree with you in regards to if we don't get a running back in free agency, that we should look into the draft. And some guys are already in the chat saying, I think it was Geo Sports that just said
I can't really hear you, my guy. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
I don't know, because I'm using this new software, so I'm just trying to get it done. So he's saying that say that again, Hammer.
For those that can hear me, I agree with some of the guys.
We good. Go ahead. I had to tweak it a little bit. I thought let's get it going.
Okay, no worries. I agree with some of the guys in the chat. If we don't get a running back in free agency, and you and I had this conversation not too long ago, I would love the kid Sermon at Ohio State. I know that you said you were iffy because of the shoulder injury, but I would definitely take the chance at him in the third round.
So he said Trey Sermon from the running back from Ohio State, knowing that I did say he do have a shoulder issue because of that injury in the national championship, but he still he will take him in the third round. That's what he's basically stated.
But so, all right, well, I'm gonna go. Let me just ask one more question, right? And let me go ahead and put me on game. And I'm sure there's some other people. I see on Twitter they talking about Quentin Jefferson. What y'all know about that, man? What y'all know about Clint Jefferson, bro? How you think he may be able to hook us up?
I don't really know too much about Quentin Jefferson.
Okay.
I really don't know too much about him. I know he's a defensive tackle. I really don't know his stature because from what we did, knowing that we covered the Raiders, that's a name that hasn't been brought up. So ain't nobody telling me to go look him up and see what type of numbers he got or how dominant he was. I really don't know the guy, and I'm just gonna be really honest there. I really don't know the guy. So if they look at him and if it helps out in the depth for D tackle, knowing that we did get Jonathan Hankins back, why not?
Yeah, I saw that.
Hammer, what you feel about that?
Not with the numbers I'm looking at right now throughout the last few years.
He said no.
Nah,
He said no.
He's been in the league. He's been in the league since 2016, and for his career, he has 10.5 sacks.
And chop it up, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, bro. Writer Nation, all day, every day. You did.
All day, every day, man. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that dude. I'm not.
He's not. He's not sold.
Not the numbers I just saw. Hell no.
All right, so here we go. We got another caller on. You're calling on the Spotlight Raiders Talk with
that explains it. Thank you,
Hammer. Who is this calling in, man?
Hey, what's up, B? This is Anthony Provincial.
What's going on, Anthony? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? I'm about to drop some fire right now, and everybody's probably gonna be like, "Oh, get this guy out of here."
All right, drop it on us, man. Drop it on us.
So I think that everybody's got to chill out on all the hate on Gruden. Everyone's got to stop hating on Gruden. Oh, get him out of here. Oh, Gruden. Nah, bro. Our offense was top 10 because of Gruden. I understand. Oh yeah, the problems in the red zone. Okay, problems in the red zone. But when Gruden came in, everyone was talking about dumping Derek Carr and Derek Carr's trash, and Derek Carr was struggling. He turned Derek Carr back into like super hot. Everybody wants him. Or the offense is top 10. Like the Gruden hate is ridiculous. People want to talk shit on Gruden. Oh, I can't believe he let this guy go. I can't believe he let this guy go. You know what? Yeah, I'm upset just like everyone else who lost offensive line help. Yeah, I'm upset too. But give Gruden a pat on the back. It's not like he's over here keeping all his old lines. He's not over here signing offensive guys. Gruden is letting offensive players go. He improved the defense. You know, he's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sick of the Gruden hate, bro. Like that should drive me crazy. And yeah, that was my piece out there.
So, just in the response to what you said about Jon Gruden, I didn't want him from day one, and I was not really a big fan of Jon Gruden even after he got traded to the Buccaneers, because when he won that Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, that wasn't his team. He didn't build that team, and right after, they won that Super Bowl, Keyshawn Johnson wanted out of Tampa Bay because he does one thing about Jon Gruden. He does not gel with elite players. Look at the elite players that he let go in his tenure here.
That's the thing. That's the thing I disagree with, because everyone's saying, "Oh, players don't want to come here because of Jon Gruden." Oh, players, he doesn't gel with elite players.
It's a culture.
Tell me why Russell Wilson wanted to come here. Tell me why Deshaun Watson wanted to come here.
Deshaun Watson don't want to come here. Think about it, bro. Deshaun Watson already narrowed it down. He said San Fran or Denver. He don't want to come here. Russell Wilson said he does. Seattle said they're not trading him. It's the media. The media is throwing that. Oh, they should go to the Raiders because of Derek Carr. It's not Jon Gruden. I'm just saying is look at the players that left that did better after they left the Raiders. I'm just saying. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Yeah, Rodney Hudson wanted out. That's shocking. I'm telling you, it's a culture. I feel like it's the culture is the reason why these players are leaving. Yep. They feel as though that Jon Gruden is not holding these players accountable, and he's not saying what he's supposed to be saying in these press conferences. In these press conferences, he comes in and he says a bunch of gibberish and beats around the question. That's the problem with a lot of people. That's the problem with a lot of people have. It's not really about the offense. It's not really about the the defense. Yeah, it all falls on Gruden at the end of the day. But I'm saying to you, Anthony, and I know that you're a big Gruden fan, but it's some decisions. It's some decisions that Gruden has done in this regular season that we don't understand. You are a 10-year, $100 million coach. There's no way that you have Mariota with the feet that he has to run, and you don't go for it on fourth down at the goal line, and you take a field goal knowing you have the worst defense in the league.
Let's talk about that. Let's just
be realistic here.
Let's be realistic. Okay. There's like 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes on the clock. Dolphins have all three of their timeouts. Now, the Chiefs already marched down the field on us. Other teams already marched down the field on us with less time than that. Well, Gruden did another thing. Why do you think this offensive D-line was like standing around? They wanted Jacobs to score a touchdown. Because if Jacobs scores that touchdown, that helps.
Yeah, but if you notice, Josh Jacobs stated it in a press conference that Jon Gruden told him to slide feet first. He stated it in a press conference, but that's the issue. If you want to win a game, you don't let your best running back slide feet first at the 1 yard line. It doesn't make sense.
if your defense is bad, you put your defense in the best position they possibly can to help you win the game.
Yeah, but you know that your defense, your defense is ranked at the bottom of the barrel.
You hit your defense by throwing touchdown, because if you score that touchdown, the Dolphins take the ball back with a minute 30, minute 17, and all three timeouts.
So what's the point? So what's the point driving up that? What's the point of driving all the way up there to get to the goal line just to settle for a field goal? Nobody wants to settle for field goals in this league. Let's see if you're at the 1 or 2 yard line. Think about it.
Situational football.
That's not situational.
No, situational football would have been going for it. If you didn't get in, back against the wall, you stop them.
As a football coach, if I'm getting paid $100 million, I'm there to win the game, and that's it. I'm there to score points, score 7 points. They come there to score touchdowns. But you want to talk about that game? But I was talking about the Chargers game in OT, where Mariota was at the 1 yard line in overtime, and we settled for a field goal. That's not $100 million coach.
Hey, Anthony,
hold on a second, bro. Hey, I gotta go, bro. I'm at work. I gotta go.
All right, man.
all right, thanks.
Hey. Perfect. Man. Exactly what you just said.
Be realistic with it, man.
But exactly what you just said. In regards to that game against the Chargers, yeah, you should have punched it in. And if you didn't punch it in, guess what? Chargers are back against the wall on their own 1 yard line. They would have had to make something happen, and they go in overtime. They shit the bed.
All right, we got another caller in. This is the Spotlight Raiders Talk with D and Hammer. Who is this calling in?
Oh man, you got Tony calling in out of LA, man.
What's going on?
I'm ready to talk some Raider football.
What's going on, man? What's up with you?
Oh man, I'm all right, man. How you guys feel about the Hudson news now that everything came out?
Me personally, I don't mind the third round pick. We do save $9 million in the cap. And according to Hammer, he said we should have got a second round pick for him, because knowing that he's a top center in the league. Only reason why the ringer is loud because I have the audio up so y'all can hear the actual live on there. But yeah, I have no issues with this as long as we got something back instead of nothing in releasing him. So I think it's big for me.
And here's another thing I wanted to say, because I don't really hear nobody speaking on this, man. In this COVID time that we're going in right now, a lot of GMs and scouting teams, they're not going to do their job. I trust Mayock and his scouting team to get out here and do their job. That's just another good pick we could have. You know, I'm pretty sure it's like a top 100 pick or something like that. You know, that we could add to the team.
So you said so you said you want to add another pick to our draft?
No. I'm just saying this third round pick that we just got for Hudson. You know, this just adds to our picks that we got this year.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
I think
you can find quality players in that third round.
Exactly, you can. And Mayock has done it. Mayock has done it since he's been here. I feel like in the later rounds he does his best draft. First round he's shaky. You know what I'm saying? But after that, he started getting quality players because he got us Max. He got us what's the receiver we got out of Clemson? Renfro. He got us a bunch of good players, man. After I even like the cornerback out of Clemson we got.
Oh, Trayvon
Mullen. Yeah, I even like Trayvon Boston.
All right, so you have any questions? You have any other questions for us, man? Because I know the lines are blowing up, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then another thing, so do you guys think we need another receiver, or do you think we set with the guy that we got today?
We need a number one. We need a solid number one.
I think we need a solid number one to take off the top when it comes to Waller. When it comes to Waller, it definitely takes off the top. John Brown is a guy that's definitely not a number one for us. So in my opinion, I think we should go out and get a number one, but I don't say go out and get Juju. I don't want to get Juju at this moment. I think he's asking for too much. So
let the price drop a little bit on Juju.
Let the price drop on him. Or I mean, let the price drop on Galladay because we have not heard anything from Galladay either. So that's another thing too. So yeah, number one receiver we need a solid. We need a solid.
I don't see why we didn't pay AJ Green if we gave this. I think AJ Green, the Cardinals gave him $6 million, and this other guy, what we give him $4.5.
Rodney Hudson is on the move. The Raiders are not releasing
John Brown. I think we just gave John Brown $4.5 million. I think we should have just paid AJ.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
We should have paid AJ. Think about it is AJ only went to the Cardinals for $8 million for 1 year.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad at all, man.
Paid that for him. That was cheap.
Yeah. And then you know what? I think DC does better with a bigger receiver, man. Because he bought that when we had Crabtree and Cooper. We had a man. Who's that big ass receiver we had? Man, we had another big receiver, and he had a hell of a year with Carter in 2016. I can't think of his name right now, though.
Michael Crabtree.
It was Crabtree, but we had another guy, man. He's about 6'4", 6'5".
We had Jordy Nelson at the time.
Yep.
It might have been
Crabtree and Nelson.
The receivers we had last year, bro. That's why we struggle in the red zone. Because, man, these 5'10" receivers, you need somebody 6'3" and up in the red zone.
I think Brian Edwards is that. Don't get me wrong. I think Brian Edwards is that, but I think we need to go and look at someone to take the pressure off of Brian Edwards.
Right. Yeah, I think Brian's going to come along. I think, I watched him all last year. I was waiting on him to make a couple of big splash plays, but, he was quiet. But, towards the end, he started to come through to me.
Yeah, we actually had a few players in 2016. Seth Roberts, Andre Holmes, Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree. We had Jared Cook. We had a good receiving core. None of them were number one. None of them was really top priority. I mean, Crabtree was his best receiver that he ever had in the career that Carr's been with the Raiders until now.
Right. And one more thing before I leave, man, before I get up out of here, man. So about the draft, man, the first 3 rounds, how would you come? Who would you like?
I'm gonna say it first, I'm gonna say it first, then I'm gonna let Hammer say what he have to say. I know it's probably like not too, you can't really hear him because it's far away in some sorts, but me personally, I say first round. I think we don't go edge rusher at 17. I think we go offensive line or defensive line at 17.
Right.
Second round, I say the same thing. We go defensive line, offensive line, second round. Third round, we'll look more into those linebackers and those safeties in the third round, depending on how many picks we have in that third round. And then that'll be my first 3 rounds for me. Offensive line, defensive line, because we got to get pressure on the quarterback, and we need fresh legs.
Right, man.
We need fresh legs.
Hey, man, have you heard about Jalen Whiteman out of Pitt?
Yeah, I heard about him. Hey, heard about
I like
Xavier,
him in the
Xavier
second and third round.
Xavier and Collins too. So
yeah,
Pitt.
Yeah, he kind of give me that. Yeah, he remind me of the guy. He remind me of Aaron Donald, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Whiteman out of Pitt, he nasty, man. Man. I would love to grab him. And as far as safeties, man, I like Javon Holland, man.
So Hammer, where were you want to go in the first 3 rounds of the draft, bro?
I like for the first round, and somebody just said it, a safety, and I've been beating myself against the wall with this. Javon Holland, the safety out of Oregon, man. If you get a chance to look at his highlight tape, kid is a ball hawk. He can punt return. He could do a lot. He could definitely be he could definitely make a good safety with Jonathan Abram.
He could be that true safety, to pair up with Abram,
That's who I like first round. Second round, third round, I would go back and forth between offensive line and defensive line. We got to retool that offensive line immediately. The defensive line, we just added Yannick. You got Yannick and Max Crosby on the edge. Hankins, I think Hurst is still there too. You put them at the interior, or you move Klee and either go Klee and Hurst or Klee and Hankins on the interior. and then boost up that linebacking core as well. We should be fine.
I like that. I like that, man.
All right, man. We would.
All right, Spotlight, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man, and let somebody else come on, man. But I just want the nation to be at ease and trust the process, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the call.
We appreciate you calling in. Thank you for supporting the channel. We really do appreciate it.
No problem. Stay blessed.
You know what? To touch on the Hudson trade, I'm gonna retract my statement with it, because I just looked at the draft board and where we land in regards to that 3rd round pick. We're gonna have back-to-back picks in the 3rd round as a result of this trade,
like we did this past year.
Yep. So we have the 80th and the 81st overall pick in this coming draft with that trade. So you know what? I'm not mad at it.
All right, we got another caller calling in from St. Louis, Missouri. You're calling on the Spotlight Raiders Talk with D and Hammer. Who is this calling in?
It's Dominique 5, bro. What's happening?
Dominique 5, what's going on, my guy? You finally called up here, man, instead of being in the chat. What's up?
Man, I have been trying to get in, man. Hammer, what's going on? Nice to see you, brother.
What's good, bro? I know it's been a while. It's nice to finally talk to you. Hope all is well, man.
So what you got for me today, man? Because you one of the number one supporters of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, man. So we trying to see, what you got for the nation, man, for people that's in the chat, man. 203 people in the chat right now.
I tell you what, I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. I tell you that. The fact that we did get a 3rd for Rodney, I love it, because at first I thought we wasn't gonna get nothing. I'm glad Richie came back. Hopefully we can get something for Gabe. I'm glad Denzel Good came back. Now me personally, I would slide Good over the right tackle. When he filled in last year, I thought he done a hell of a job, especially not to prepare for the position. I think if you give him a full off season to prepare at right tackle, I think he'll be good. It's easier to find guards than it is tackles. So I think we can easily find a guard in the 3rd, 4th round of the draft that can step in and be good. But I would put him in right tackle. What y'all think about that?
Say the name again. Who you want to put at right tackle?
Denzel Good.
Why not? It really depends on what's left out there in free agency. I wouldn't mind putting him at right tackle, but if you take him over from the left side, then we have to fill the left side now.
Put Simpson there. And I liked Simpson when
I'm not a big fan of Simpson. I think
I liked him, but I think Good was definitely putting that work in. But when Simpson needed to fill in,
I think in that 3rd or 4th round, and we can get a starting guard. I really do.
I'll say this: we could put Simpson there and see if he can prove himself. If not, then we move on.
Yeah.
Because we did get him like 5th or 6th round last year. He's from Clemson. He's a big dude.
I think we got Simpson in like the 4th. I think
like the 4th or 5th round,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have to improve. So I can see us going offensive line in that 4th and 5th round again. But I feel like we need depth there. We need depth there just because of what happened last year. We had no depth.
True.
We had no depth, and we struggled in games with the Sam Young always hurt every single week and Brandon Parker getting bullied. It was those two that was getting bullied.
Yep.
So when it comes to training camp, hopefully it is a real training camp this year because of this whole COVID or everything and stuff that's going on with them. I feel have them battle it out. Have them battle it out.
Definitely. I just got a couple more things and I'll let y'all go. D tackle. I would like for us to go Barmore at 17. I was looking up the Clint Jefferson guy, the guy that's supposed to be coming in for a visit. It's nothing special. Like, he had like 3 sacks last year and he is like 27. That's the only like good thing. If it's cheap, I guess we can bring him in and see how it goes. But I think we have to continue to build in the trenches, man, and on both sides of the ball and just load up
Just load up on young, talented guys on the offense and defensive line. But I think Barmore at 17 will be perfect.
I like Barmore, and I'm pretty biased about Barmore because he's a Philadelphia native. So I'm very, high on a Philadelphia native coming out of Alabama and, coming to the Raiders. I'm really high on him. But the issue the issue I have with Barmore, he's great in the run game. He's great against the run. It's just his problem against the pass when he gets that double team. So I had to look up some footage. Like, it's been times where he double teamed and he slacked off. So do I really want to take a risk at 17 with him? Or you can drop, or you could get someone at 17 if he's still there at the top of the second round, get him in the second.
Okay.
What you think about that, Hammer?
Say it again because I missed the last part.
I said that if you decide to go get if Barmore, like I was saying, like he's great against the run, but he's not great against the pass. When it comes to double teams, he struggles.
But here's the thing.
I'm saying if I'm the Raiders and I say want and get him at 17, if he drops to that second round, I say we go get him.
We have to wait and just see how this plays out right now with what they're doing in free agency first, because it's already looking like they're kind of trying to bolster the interior line, but and now they're having this meeting with they're having a meeting with that kid Jefferson.
So he's saying that they having a meeting with the kid,
for what?
Jefferson, and he just has to wait it out and see what happens.
You guys have to take into consideration right now, there is no combine. Everybody's doing these
there's no
a feeling out process. They're watching tape and getting a feeling out process, doing these Zoom interviews with these players right now. Right. So they're going to go by that. They're not even going by a combine. It's going to be difficult for a lot of these teams to make specific draft picks this coming season. I can tell you that right now.
So he's saying that right now there's really no combine, and they have the pro days. So we got to really these Zoom calls is really hurting a lot of people draft stock. Is exactly what they're saying. So we just have to see what it waits out.
Okay. Last thing, man, I'm gonna get off here. I would like Hooker or Trey Boston brought in for that free safety spot, man.
I do like Malik
Trey
Hooker.
Boston has played amazing under Gus Bradley. He's had his best year under Gus Bradley, and
a lot of Raider YouTubers is not really big on Trey Boston. I am. Only reason why I say that is because of Malik Hooker is coming off an Achilles injury. So that's my only concern with Malik Hooker. And, I said that in my video because, I did a video on Malik Hooker coming to the Raiders.
Exactly.
But Trey Boston, a lot of people was not big. A lot of Raider Nation is not big on Trey Boston. I think he'll be good. He comes from that Gus Bradley's background. So I don't see the problem getting Trey Boston either because he's still out there.
He's had a good career, and it's not even just Raider Nation. It's a lot of people that he's just underrated, man. But if you look at his stats as being in the league, man, that dude has balled out, man.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you 100%. I do. It's just a lot of the Raider Nation YouTubers thinking that he doesn't fit, and I think he does. He comes from a Gus Bradley background.
Yeah, he definitely does. But I appreciate you taking my call, man. Let me go ahead and get off here, man.
All right, Dominique, thank you for calling in, man. We appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. I'll continue to listen.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right.
We're going to go take calls till 5:30, so it's 5:18 right now. We're only going to take calls till 5:30 because I know, Hammer, you got your show tonight, right?
Yeah, me and Jake are going to be doing our fourth episode of Turn 2 podcast. Doing a breakdown of spring training. Our main team tonight we're going to be breaking down is going to be the Boston Red Sox going into the 2021 season. So check us out. We're on my channel. We'll be on Jake's channel and Spotlight Sports Network as well. So check us out.
Yes, if you're a big fan of baseball, make sure y'all go over to Hammer's house and subscribe to his channel. He will be putting the link in the chat for y'all. So I see that he already did that. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to him. We really would appreciate it, y'all. Let me turn this volume down because I know I'm loud as hell. I know I'm loud as hell. So Curtis Samuel signed with the Pats, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't think he did. I think Curtis Samuel is still out there. I have not heard any news about the Patriots going to get Curtis Samuel. It's Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne was the guy that signed with the Patriots with Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, Samuel's still out there.
So they say I don't think that we're signing any more receivers. Unfortunately, I don't think we are. I don't think we're signing any more receivers. If we do, I'll be surprised. But you know, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it as anything, man. You know. But I'm gonna take these headphones off because my ears are sweating like crazy, and put my hat back on. So with that being said, Samuel is still available. But shout out to everybody that's in here. We got 185 people in the chat with only 150 likes. Let's get that like button up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that like button up. Trevor Moorhig, first round. Davion Nixon, second round. That's what Brian Rodriguez said. I wanted T.Y. Hilton. I think Hammer was the same way. He wanted T.Y. Hilton.
I was iffy about T.Y.
Why you was iffy about T.Y.?
Because he's another one that's not always healthy. Between him and AJ Green, man, I was like,
I think if you put them in a role where you don't put as much pressure on them to be a number one, I think AJ Green would have been pressured to be more of a number one than T.Y. Hilton would have been. See, T.Y. Hilton, even though that they did have Michael Pittman Jr. last year, he was still considered a number one receiver.
Wow, Nick, you're welcome.
Nick said what?
As a Cardinals fan, I wanted to say thank you for Hudson.
I think we do have a caller coming in, and this is the Spotlight Raiders Talk with D and Hammer. Who is this calling in?
Hello,
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? Thank you for calling in. We really do appreciate it, sir.
No problem, man. I'm calling from I'm out of Cincinnati, Ohio, but we're working in Pennsylvania right now. I'm a truck driver. My name's Chansworthy, so I'm calling from there.
All right, man. I see that you're in Pennsylvania. I live in Pennsylvania, man. So, I'm already out here, man. Doing that truck driver work. I appreciate you calling in while you truck driving, man. That's dedication, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. I appreciate what y'all do on YouTube for the whole nation, man. We appreciate being able to keep up and express our feelings and what we feel as a fan base, man. We appreciate what y'all do as well.
And that's what we do here. We don't do this for us. We do this for y'all, to give y'all the information in our own personal opinion instead of that watered down ESPN, NFL Network type of watered down. We keep it 100% real, raw, and uncut with us. So that's what we do, man. We just try to give it from a different perspective when it comes to Raiders content.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't really have a lot. I've been watching like everybody else. I'm feeling real strong about who we may possibly target as safety if we got any cap space left. And we should probably, I really think ain't nobody really been talking about Keanu Neal from the Falcons. I figure maybe him, if you can get him on a reasonable deal, at least a 1-year prove-it deal. And if not him, I would definitely go after Anthony Harris, but I don't know if he's signed or if he's been contacted yet as well. But I feel that with all the holes that we have, before you say anything, with all the holes that we have, we're trading Rodney away and letting Trent go to back to New England, I feel like we should be able to address maybe one of those in free agency and address the other ones in the draft. I feel like you got enough able bodies to at least go into a game, but we all know it's what you got behind the starter. What do you have at depth? And then a lot of people, I be watching Mitchell Renz too. A lot of people were forgetting that
we re-signed Lester Cotton as well. And his name I ain't been seeing nobody, he can play both guard positions. And I mean, he's a proven guy from Alabama, but he's been yet, able to hit the field running as far as being a starter is concerned.
Yeah, man, Keanu Neal was a one that a lot of names brought up late. Hammer, that's one of those guys that we brought that was brought up pretty late that we could probably get less for than an Anthony Harris. Like Anthony Harris is probably asking for a lot of money. I think Keanu Neal is looking for less than what Anthony Harris is looking for. How you feel about that, Hammer? Hammer, I can't hear you.
I think a lot of people are looking for a lot less money than Anthony Harris is right now. Like, let's be real here. I wouldn't mind that signing though. I wouldn't.
I think that would be a good signing too. I think Keanu Neal, he'll be cheaper, and he's a turnover machine. And he was a turnover machine with the Atlanta Falcons, so I like it. Neal plays safe. He plays strong safety, but I think you could put him at the free safety too. I think it's not really a big difference between strong safety and free safety, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I mean, I'm an offensive guy. I coach offense, so like, I just feel like there's a difference between a strong safety and a free safety.
I mean, somebody, how that free safety, they just, they just like basically being a center fielder back there. You know what I mean? Like the last line of defense, if you think about it. But I mean, we seen what he was able to do under Dan Quinn. And Dan Quinn, he took what Gus Bradley developed in Seattle, Super Bowl with Pete Carroll when they lost against the Patriots. So I'm like, Gus Bradley gonna know how to use somebody like that. I mean, he was a Pro Bowl caliber safety, young still too, at his position a few years ago. I feel like if we bring him in with the coaches that we have on defense, as well as Gus Bradley, we'll be able to make some things safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%, bro.
And I hopefully Mayock and them is listening. They probably ain't, but hopefully somebody listening to be like, man, we need to make a call to his agent. Get him in here. But I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time, man. Shout out. We appreciate what y'all do. I mean, Spotlight, we appreciate what you do for the nation, bro. Keep it going. I'm subscribed. I'm locked into you now. Notifications turned on. I'm gonna be checking in, brother.
Notification gang. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to my boy Hammer's house. He does cover the Raiders as well. So we trying to grow his channel as well. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to him. He's going to put the link in the chat. If he doesn't put the link in the chat, I'm gonna put the link in the description, and so y'all can go over there and subscribe to him because he definitely has that Raiders content.
Yeah, do that, man. I definitely subscribe and keep a lookout, man. I'm like, I watched you the other night with Graphk Raiders, some show, and I think the Moore Raider was on there too.
Yeah.
All of y'all was linked up on the live. I was watching y'all the other night. That's all I thought about you. So I've been listening to you for the last couple of days, and I'm loving it, man. Y'all real informative. Y'all keep us in the light, man, and not in the darkness, man. So we appreciate it, man.
All right, so Hammer did just put it in the chat. He put the link in the chat for you, so you could definitely go and subscribe to his channel.
Okay, then. That's what's up. I'm going to do that right now, then.
All right, thank you so much for calling in, man. Make sure you're safe out there truck driving. We appreciate you calling in, man. Love the support.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man, same to you, bro. Likewise.
You know what? A lot of people are in here right now talking about Keanu Neal. Yeah, we need a safety like that. We need, and excuse my language, but we need a safety that's gonna knock somebody's dick in the dirt on a regular basis. So we need that old school swagger, that fucking hard nosed, punch you in the face type of defense. And we haven't seen that in quite a long time. So Keanu would definitely be a good fit for us right now.
All right, so I am going to take one more phone call right now. Just give me a second. This is the last phone call of the night. And you are live with D and Hammer on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Who is this calling up, man?
Florida boy.
Florida boy, what's up, man? I finally get to hear your voice, man. What's going on? One of my other loyal Spotlight Raiders Talk YouTubers, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Covering this, free agency, man. It's been up and down for us the first 2 days, and then today we re-signed a lot of our players back. How you feel about that, man? How you feel about re-signing our players back and then trading Rodney Hudson for that 3rd round pick?
Good.
It was just good. Like, you don't have anything else to say about it?
Well, I don't really know. Unless he gets 3rd round pick, but yeah.
Okay. So, is there any questions you have for me and Hammer?
Yeah. You guys think that the Raiders are going to go to the Super Bowl?
You said, do we think that the Raiders will go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't say immediately, but sometime down the road, I think we could. Just right now, I don't think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. As of right now, knowing how teams are improving, and we're just sitting here waiting for some other players to come through outside of re-signing our players. I don't think we're going to make the Super Bowl right now. Hammer, how you feel about that?
I'm sorry, man, but I don't think so either. We have a ways to go, and for all the guys of Raider Nation that's in here right now, don't kick me off of the mountain for this, but with Gruden at the helm right now, and some of these decisions that we're seeing during the offseason, with what we saw this past season, where we were legit playoff contenders, we had the 4th easiest schedule remaining. We were 6-3 and finished 2-6 or whatever it was. Like, we're not even remotely Super Bowl contenders right now. We're not even close yet. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in that front office for that to happen.
Yes, it does need a lot of work for us in that front office for that to happen. We got to bring some Super Bowl type of players in, meaning like they had experience in the Super Bowl or had playoff experience. We really don't have a lot of players on our team that has that playoff experience, So when it comes to it, right now, but someday, before I leave this earth, God forbid, I want to see a Super Bowl from the Las Vegas Raiders, man.
Same.
Right now. All right, man. Is there anything else you had to ask us, bro?
And no, that's it.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks for the call, man. Be safe.
Thank you.
All right, so that is the final call of tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to take the phone number down because this phone is going to be blowing up all night. But that is the last call that is being done for tonight. So I'm going to unpair this phone. And that is done for today. That's pretty dope, with this new Rodecaster Pro that I have. We're able to do these calls like that. Because yesterday I put my number up there. I'm like, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. I was like, oh no, I was getting text messages, I was getting all types of stuff. So with that being said, nope. So what moves that Hammer do you feel like we need to take right now? Like, if something came down the line right now, who would the Las Vegas Raiders get in free agency?
I want Sherman because I know he'll be an amazing leader, not just for the secondary, but for the defense as a whole. And like I said, he played under Bradley. He played under that defensive scheme. And he said, like, even when he went to San Francisco, he knows that defense like the back of his hand. I think him being there, whether it being a 1-year or a 2-year deal, will benefit that defense in a major way. He could definitely get Jonathan Abram and Damon Arnett to clean their reckless shit up a little bit. Like Arnett, I've said it over and over again, those helmet-to-helmet shots, man, you might not be in the league come the end of your rookie contract if you keep that up. And then the costly just terrible, stupid penalties that have costed us time and time again. They got to clean that stuff up.
Yeah, they got to clean it up. I mean, I don't mind Richard Sherman. I'm just nervous for him as a corner. That's my only issue.
Bernard, we already got hit with the tampering fine, so it don't matter.
Right. And the thing about it is just like I have an issue with him playing corner. If you put him at safety, then yes. Yes.
I'm just not trying to see this again where our safeties have more or less the most tackles on defense. Like, that's not supposed to happen. For those that know football, your safety should not have the most tackles for your team. That's
right.
Just no, hell no.
And I'm sorry that I have not seen everybody on Facebook, but shout out to everybody. Nicholas Frederico, shout out to you. He did say, "Are we in Jersey?" Hammer is in New York. I am in Philadelphia, so we're in between Jersey. So
you're right.
I'm in Philadelphia. He's in New York.
New York.
He said, "Oh wow!" He said Nicholas Frederico said on Facebook that trade Max Crosby and bring in Melvin Ingram.
Oh,
shout out to Walter Ross Sr. too.
I love Max.
Honest, I think the Raiders organization is cheap. That's exactly what he said.
They anybody in here Met fans? I don't think they're as bad as the Wilpons were.
I mean, the Mets fans wasn't cheap this year.
No, because we got new ownership finally.
Yeah, but even with ownership of Mark Davis, we still cheap right now. You see how many people that we just signed for a 1-year deal? I think Nicholas Morrow got underpaid. In my opinion.
I saw somebody get thrown out of Oakland when I went to that game in 2017 because they had a shirt on that said "Fire Mark Davis," and the sheriffs walked this dude out of the stadium. Like, bro, really? He doesn't know. I'll tell you one thing right now. Mark Davis does not know football like his old man did. And that's for damn sure. And that's
Mark Davis don't know shit
thing where the problem
he don't
lies.
know what's a football. He don't know.
That's another thing where the problem lies right now. Like, he doesn't know football the way his father did. God rest his soul, man. We need an overhaul right now. And I've been saying it throughout this past season. The defense is the main problem. You're averaging giving up 30 plus points a game. Your offense was doing pretty damn well. The defense wasn't doing shit. Gunther should have been fired a long ass time ago. Like, you gave up, you were averaging giving up 200 yards, 200 rushing yards in back-to-back weeks against the Falcons and the Jets, and you continued to keep him for another week or two after that. Like, that was insane.
Shout out to Pacey and Cunningham for the $2 donation, saying, "Is Keanu a strong safety? Do we need a true free safety?" I don't think it makes a difference, in my opinion. As long as you could cover and you could come up and tackle in the run, which both safeties are allowed to do, I don't think it doesn't matter if he plays free or strong, in my opinion. What are you laughing at now, man?
Rick, Mark Davis knows football like good haircuts.
Yo, tell you the Raider Nation, man, they let you know how it is, man.
I love it. I love it.
Let you know how it is, man. Sometimes I could hate the crap out of the Raider Nation, but sometimes like they really funny though. They really be funny.
I love it.
I love every single bit of it, man. I do. I love every single bit of it, man. So if y'all have questions in the chat, since we don't have any phone calls, since we have questions in the chat, make sure y'all, we willing to answer all your questions.
Talk it up. We having fun. And like Darian said, I've been away for a while. For those that don't know, I'm a first responder and I'm working 16-hour shifts almost every single day. So I don't have time to get on here as much as I want to and be with you guys, but I'm here. Luckily I'm off today. So I was like, Darren was like, I'm going on. I was like, yo, and the calls are open. I was like, I'm coming through. I got to show my love. I got to say what's up to you guys. It's been a long time and I'm sorry about that. All right.
Bobby, I hate you right now, Bobby. Bobby, I hate you right now.
He does though. He looks like, Oh my God.
They
Was it
said
Daniel
cereal
Stern
bowl
in Dumb
headline.
and Dumber? That's what he looks like.
Oh man.
Apparently the trade for Jackson is apparently the Bengals are interested. We have to wait and see how that pans out though. But apparently that's
so
one team that's interested in possibly trading for him now.
I think the cap update right now, we only spent about $10 million overall out of the cap that we have. 10 to $11 million, I think, between signing Morrow and Hankins and Jones and Incognito. All of those was 1-year deals for a low bargain.
And what about Yannick?
Yannick. Oh yeah, that's so. Yannick was 26 mil, but he's getting 13 million guaranteed. So 13 plus the 1-year deals. I'll say the most that we spent was about, because this is 13 million guaranteed. We spent at least about 20 mil. Not even that.
Kyle Long is visiting Kansas City. He walked out of Vegas without a deal, and now he's visiting Kansas City.
He's going to work out for Kansas City, but I don't think Kansas City's going to sign him.
They need a line as well. They need a line as well right now.
They don't got the money, bro. They don't have the money because of the fact that they just paid Joe Tooney all that money.
I just saw that.
5 years, $80 million for Joe Tooney. They ain't gonna have the money for Kyle Long.
Melissa, I want a safety. I want Javon Holland, but everybody's telling me I'm smoking meth, and normally that's what I tell people when I hear ridiculous shit. But I want a safety to complement Jonathan Abram. So Javon Holland is my man. Is the first.
But my thing is this: if we go get Hollins, he's not going to start immediately. If we go get like an Anthony Harris,
I gotta say, man.
So you got to think about that too. I mean, that's why people say Hollins no, because they really banking on thinking that we're going to get Anthony Harris, which we have not heard nothing about Anthony Harris yet.
Nothing.
We have not heard a goddamn thing.
I'm still not sold on this Jefferson visit. Pretty much, he's going to come in like as a situational down, and it's not like he's one of those guys that's a good situational down defensive lineman. They're going to put him in when they need him or when guys are gassed. That's what I'm looking at it, because his numbers don't shout out anything special to me.
Yeah, he's going to be a rotational guy. Like Vickers is going to be a rotational guy too, because I think we bring him back too.
Irving is still there too, right?
Right. Irving is still there too.
Abram needs, you know what? I've been saying it, and I've been saying it time and time again. Abram needs discipline. Arnett needs discipline. That's why I want Sherman there to check both Arnett and Abram. And Gus will do it too. Gus will put them in their place real quick.
Yeah, he will. He definitely will. He definitely will. So they saying that Ace 2 Kane says, I think that the Pats overpaid for Nelson. I don't think Newton can make the throws downfield that Carr made this season. I agree. I agree. I feel like Nelson Aguilar is going to be a bunch of shit this year.
But I also told you when it came to Aggie before this even happened, when we knew he was going to be a free agent, in my opinion, doable deal for him was 2 years, $24 million. That was doable. He was another one, and we talked about this. He was pissed off with the culture in that locker room, and he voiced that opinion loud and clear after that loss to the Dolphins. So I got why he left and why he didn't re-sign. Because
he didn't re-sign because we offered him less than 13 million guaranteed.
I saw people in Raider group pages that were like, I can't believe Aguilar got traded to the Patriots. There's a huge difference between being a free agent and being traded, you boneheads.
He didn't get traded. He was.
I saw that and I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, yo, you are dumb. Oh, hold on. Let me read this. Brandon, you got Yannick, Farrell, Hankins, Crosby,
Abram, Littleton, Wachowski, Mullen, Arnett, slot Sherman, free safety Anthony Harris, strong safety Keanu Neal.
Yo,
I would love that.
That would be wow. That would be sick. That would be sick.
It would be sick. I would love that.
No, all right, Keenan. Nobody's saying that Arnett sucks. Arnett's problem is he is a helmet-to-helmet type of person. I played semi-pro ball for almost 10 years. growing up playing football since I was 3, I was the type of person that loved helmet to helmet. But I had to stop playing a couple of years ago because the last month I played, I suffered 3 concussions in a span of a month. This dude keeps going helmet to helmet. He's going to be out of the league before the end of his rookie contract. NFL stands for not for long.
Right.
Just watch. He needs discipline.
I agree.
Newton won't be the Patriots.
And people say, so Beantown Breakdown says hot take that Newton won't be the pass starting QB for the whole season.
Who did the Patriots draft? What quarterback, if available? Who are they going for? Because I looked at Kyle Trask as a quarterback for them, but let me hear your opinion on that and who you think could be their quarterback, or do you think that they still try to trade for Marcus Mariota?
All right, so Sherman at the slot, he will get burnt. Yes, that's why I feel like bringing in Sherman. If you're going to bring Sherman in and you know that he lost a step in speed, why not put him at the safety position where he don't have to do much? He can tackle.
And he sure as hell can shit talk too.
He's good against the run. If you put him in a slot and you put him at the number 2 or the number 1 corner, he's going to get beat. We saw it in the Super Bowl.
He said Pat Smith thinks they're going to get Watson. See, now somebody's smoking meth.
All right, so we have a $2 donation. Thanks for the $2 donation. He said, I watch film. I say draft Mac Jones. That's what you're saying?
Is that Jones?
Is that Jones?
Wait,
or
is that, yeah, whoa. Is that as the Patriots? That's who you draft?
I think, honestly, I wouldn't mind a Mac Jones, coming in, not for the Raiders, but the Patriots. I wouldn't mind it. The guy has
I still think Trask will be drafted before he is.
But I bet you Mac Jones will have a better career than Trask.
Probably.
You never know. Mike Lee is coming to Carolina. Mike Lee who? Caleb? I ain't see you in a bunch of Sundays, man.
The Broncos weren't even remotely on his list. That shit ain't happening. He's not going to Denver.
Who?
Watson. There's no fucking way.
No, that's true. That's true. If you went on Bleacher Report last night, it went out and said that Deshaun Watson, 2 teams that he wanted to go to was San Fran and Denver.
The fuck?
Yes. But until that whole allegation came out.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think that's bullshit though.
Yeah,
somebody's trying to get a payday, and guess what? It's going to backfire on that person, and you're going to get a defamation suit thrown against you. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Quick recap for us who just joined, please. Okay, so the quick recap is that Rodney Hudson would end up getting traded and not released. We gave the Arizona Cardinals Rodney Hudson for a 7th round pick, and we got a 3rd round pick. Now that makes it back-to-back picks in this year's draft again at number 80 and 81. Richie Incognito comes back to the Raiders, signs a 1-year deal, $2.6 million. So Richie Incognito is back. We signed Denzel Good to a 2-year deal. That contract numbers did not come out as well. We re-signed Jonathan Hankins to a 1-year deal. We signed Nicholas Morrow to a 1-year deal, and we re-signed Zay Jones to a 1-year deal. So as of right now, that is all the recap that we have for us right now. I mean, we just waiting to see what the Raiders going to do. Every time I go live, the Raiders don't do nothing. But when I end this live stream, I get all the news in the world.
You're going to get all the news in the world, and you're probably going to have a whole bunch of people blowing up your phone too.
Well, they might blow up this phone, but they're not going to blow up this phone because I got everything on block. I'm not playing. Don't call my personal phone. That's all I'm saying. Don't call my personal phone. Well, oh yeah, John Brown. John Brown did sign a 1-year deal with us as well, which is worth $3.75 million.
I just left that one alone. I'm not even touching that one. I'm not touching my opinion. I'm not touching that one.
Nope. Yeah, I actually made that video at 9:30 this morning, East Coast time. I woke up out of bed, washed my face, threw on a Raider shirt and a hat, and did the video. That's exactly
Oh, look, I got 12 more followers as a result of you guys in the chat. So keep it coming, man. I appreciate that. I really do. And again, I'll be on tonight doing turn 2 with my boy Jake the Snake Silva. Our spotlight of the night is going to be the Boston Red Sox going into the 2021 MLB season.
So if y'all are into baseball, make sure y'all turn into the Turn 2 podcast if y'all are interested in baseball.
And for those that are into UFC as well, check me out. I've done the last 2 huge fights, UFC 258 and UFC 259. My boy Aljamain Sterling out of Long Island won on technicality by disqualification as the new bantamweight champion. So yeah, shout out to my boy Aljo. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope to see you soon.
AZ Sports Fan, I'm definitely about to have you on, bro, because I know you want to talk about that Rodney Hudson trade. Me and him are definitely going to have you on. I think you sent me a message, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
you sent me a message. Let me see. All right, yeah, you did send me a message. So let me go into StreamYard and real quick and send you this invite. Real quick, and I know you want to talk about it. Because me and him, I got on his show yesterday for a little bit, and we talked about this Rodney Hudson situation. Now that it happened, I want to get the full breakdown and have him on. AZ Sports Fan is a part of Fan to Fan Network. He was one of my guys there when I was over there. I'm no longer with Fan to Fan Network, but they are good people over there. So make sure y'all go over and subscribe to AZ Sports Fan. That guy gives you all your Arizona Cardinals stuff. I know this is a Raiders channel, but I just want to show love to him. I want to make sure.
You know what? I got something for him now too. Hold that thought. I know it's not bad, and I still got my pants on.
All right, so StreamYard.com.
AZ Sports Fan, I think you're gonna appreciate the hell out of this one.
I gotta see it. Hold on. Oh, got the Tillman. All right, so we got a $5 donation from Sean Hittenberger here saying that old man Raider fan since 1979. Watch Plunkett. Live when I was a kid growing up in Oakland. Get Sherman or draft Holland. Secondary is fixed. How you feel about that?
Hold on. Watch Plunkett. Get Sherman and draft Holland. Yo, see? I'll give it up for the old head right there. Thank you. Somebody sees it my way. Love it. Yup. For all those that are commenting on that right now, he was actually teammates. One of my cousins was teammates with him back in the early 2000s. So when he suddenly was killed in Afghanistan, like I found out, my cousin called me when I was in Florida on a trip, and I lost my mind, man. Like I didn't want to be near anybody. I just was miserable for weeks. Shit was terrible. But yeah, rest in peace, Pat. We love you, man.
Absolutely, man. Knowing that we have AZ Sports Fans going to be coming up in a few minutes here. He said, give him a second. So once he pops in, then we can go from there. But it's been a very interesting day in free agency for the Raiders. I think we're not done. I think we probably be done for the day. And tomorrow it might start off in the morning again. With probably a 9:30 breaking news as usual. But I wouldn't be surprised. It'll be some late night stuff too. It was late night that we re-signed, Morrow and all those guys. So yeah, absolutely. But I'm gonna have Hammer do the questions in the chat. I'll be right back.
All right. So Benny, I'm looking.
Why does I have Gangrene David on here? Like,
I don't know. At least it's not the Roman Reigns one. Benny, I'm looking at your question right now in a running back 2 situation. I was thinking about this earlier in regards to if we were to sign somebody in free agency, and one running back that's out there right now that's another bruiser that I think would complement Josh Jacobs right now is Chris Carson. I might be wrong on that. You guys let me know what you think about that. But I think them as a 2-headed monster would definitely be good for Vegas as long as they fix that O-line as well. But here's the one thing that people that know football, people that coach football, if your offensive line don't work, your offense ain't going to work, period. So I would like to see him there, but I don't know.
And just to let you know, my boy AZ Sports Fan is in the building. What is going on, guy, man? What's up with you?
What's up, man? Thank you so very much for having me on, man. I had to be on here, especially since you got on my show, man. Return the favor.
And didn't I say that what if a trade would go down with Rodney Hudson last night? I said it. It wasn't with Hassan Riddick because I really want Hassan Riddick to come to the Raiders. I really love him. But how do you feel about the trade? Y'all getting Rodney Hudson. Y'all feel the need with the center. Y'all give him a 3rd round pick, though. How you feel about that?
Honestly, I think in terms of like the fan base, we're actually excited about it, to be honest with you. A 3rd round is a 3rd round, but the way we look at it is Steve Keim, like our general manager, sucks at drafting anyways. So like legit, we're like, hey, we got a bona fide starter. Like that's exactly like what we have our mind set up. So we have a starter. He's a plug and play. We're good to go. Because most likely he would be drafting like a kicker at 3rd round. Let's be honest, this guy sucks. But he did really come in clutch, though. Honestly, the moment that I heard that they're not going to release him, and the first thing I thought was you, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, dang it. Like, something's happening here, but I hope Steve Keim is talking to the Raiders right now. And well, lo and behold, man. I'm super
I called it. I called the trade. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all go after Gabe Jackson next. I wouldn't be surprised, because that's the thing that for y'all to have that line for Kyler Murray, you don't want to be running for his life. Exactly. Now it looks like Derek Carr is going to be running for his life, but we end up signing Denzel Good back, Richie Incognito back. Nice. And we got a few pieces that we're going to get. Hopefully we can get in free agency, but man, I got to tell you too, we was focused on AJ Green. Y'all got AJ Green for $8 million too. Talk about that.
Yeah, honestly, it's so weird because like when I first heard the news, I was like, okay, cool. Hey, typical Arizona, getting like a veteran player. I get like the star name that comes with it, but I was happy. I was kind of indifferent. I'm not going to lie to you because I was really looking more towards a Curtis Samuel, somebody younger, so we can, have on the team for a long time, not just 1 or 2 years. Because the stigma of Arizona, it's like you come here and you retire. Like that's a stigma and I hate it, but it's kind of like the thing that happens here. And that's the way that they like building teams. I don't know why, but now that we got Hudson, honestly, it makes AJ Brown seem so much better. Like I was at a maybe 6 or 7 with AJ Brown, but now I'm at a 9. I don't know why, but adding Hudson in here as far as our center goes, just makes me that much more excited. So I'm all up in the board with AJ Brown now.
Well, thank you for giving us a 3rd round pick because for the 2nd year in a row, the Raiders have back-to-back 3rd round picks.
Nice, man. Yeah, man. Honestly,
back-to-back 3rd round picks, man.
Honestly, I'm not mad about it. If we had a good drafting GM, I probably would be a little bit more upset, but I think this is good. You guys are happy. We're happy. I think we're good. We'll go on our way from there.
So what's your situation with Keanu Drake? I know that the Raiders was looking for a backup. And I thought he was one of those guys that he's out there. Are y'all planning on re-signing Drake, or is he still going to test the market?
Yeah, I think he's going to test the market, man. Well, we try to have him prove it this last year. We put him on a transition tag, which I think we paid him around $7 to $9 million for contract, but it was based on a transition tag, like a prove it deal. And he wasn't as spectacular as we would hoped and love for him to be. He got hurt. Very inconsistent. So now I don't think he's going to come back. There's a lot of fans that want to get Najee Harris or Travis Etienne and the 16 overall pick. We'll see. I think it's a little too rich, especially going running back that high. But there's also Javonte Williams on the 2nd. So there's a lot of people already trying to talk about getting a running back in the
y'all got the 16th. Y'all got the 16th pick.
Yeah, 16th
y'all
overall
right
pick.
Behind us. Ain't that ironic? Like y'all
right exactly.
We all finished 8-8. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, so I just got some news regarding Hassan Riddick.
What?
The Panthers just signed him.
What?
The Carolina Panthers just signed Hassan Riddick.
No way. I tell you, man, hey, good for him. I didn't think he was going to come back either. I really didn't. When we got Marcus Golden, I was like, okay, that's it. Hassan Reddick's not coming back.
That's who I wanted, a pass rusher like Hassan Riddick. I have my connections to Hassan Riddick, knowing that he's from Jersey, went to his football camp. Man, I was just like, yes. Caleb Dixon, that's in the chat. He's a Carolina Panthers fan. Yes, the Panthers are signing former Arizona Cardinals pass rusher Hassan Riddick. Sources tell Mike Ruffalo a major move on the edge for Carolina. That's what's stated in this tweet.
As long as you guys can keep him on the edge, I think he'll do fantastic. For some reason, the Cardinals thought it was a bright idea to move him like into the middle linebacking spot for.
That's not his style of play.
It's not a style of play. I mean, we do that though. Like that's who we are. It's silly, but it is what it is.
I kind of understand why the Raiders didn't go after Hassan Riddick, knowing that we re-signed Nicholas Morrow. that was one of the guys that I wanted to come back. I was kind of mad that he was underpaid. I mean, 1 year, $5 million, $4.5 million guaranteed. He balled out last year. He should have got more than that. So I don't know as far as the Raiders go. Listen, most of these guys on 1 year deals. Hey, I take it right now.
Yeah.
What do you think of Larry Fitzgerald? Are the Cardinals talking to him? Is he coming back for 1 more year? He's about 117 receptions shy of tying Jerry Rice for all-time receptions. Do you guys see him coming back for at least 1 more season?
I know a lot of people would love to see it, but I do think we've seen the end of Larry Fitzgerald. I really do. As far as being a Cardinal uniform, I don't think he's coming back. I would be very, very surprised. Like usually we've had him on a 1-year deal since 2015. I believe it was. And he's always let us know, or at least the fan or the organization, that in January or February, like, hey, I'm coming back. This is the longest time that I've ever seen Larry Fitzgerald. Still haven't announced anything. Maybe he'll come back, maybe like a very small contract to see like if, hey, we can go ahead and push through to get a ring. And that's what everybody wants. I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm laughing myself even saying that, but like that is the only idea of bringing Larry Fitzgerald back if he's really considering it a very, very small contract to see like, hey, let's try to run it. Let's try to
they keep him on a 1-year deal for $8 million. Wow, Carolina.
Follow-up question. With everything Arizona is doing right now, obviously they're trying to build something special, especially for Kyler Murray.
Yep.
There's talks that the Philadelphia Eagles are looking to trade Zach Ertz. Do you think the Cardinals try to pull the trigger and try to get a top 10 tight end in Zach Ertz to Arizona?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want it though. Like I really don't. And the biggest reason as to that is because, I said it like last year when got DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is a bona fide, obviously number 1, but he's a diva. Like if you take away his catches, he will let you know of it. And I don't want that many mouths to feed for Kyler Murray. I don't want their connection, their chemistry to be skewed. And I feel like something like that can very well knock DeAndre Hopkins off the game. I like where we're at right now. AJ Green, he's not a number 1. We all know that. As long as he can stay healthy and be a number 2, I'm fine with him. As long as he can stay healthy, we have Christian Kirk in the slot, and then we'll have DeAndre Hopkins. If we add Zach Ertz, it's only just going to add too much mouths to feed, and it's just I feel like going to put a really bad situation with Kyler and D-Hop.
But let's be real. Isn't that the role of a number 1 receiver in the NFL is to be a diva? Look at T.O., look at Moss, look at Beckham, look at Antonio Brown. The list goes on and on, so it shouldn't be a surprise.
It wouldn't be a surprise, but also too, like we don't really do very much with tight ends. Now I get it. Like if we do get a Zach Ertz in here, you would think like, oh, Cliff Kingsbury being the guru that he is. I think it would just be way too much. Like I'm not 100% sold on Cliff Kingsbury. I'm really not. Like if he doesn't do anything this year, I think he's pretty much as good as gone. Because there's way too much talent here.
So people are saying in the chat that Kenny Galladay is going to the Patriots. I have not heard any source of that.
And I don't see anything. I don't see that either.
I don't see anything of that. Not. Kenny Galladay goes to the Patriots. I am done with free agency.
I'm flipping the table.
I am done with free agency if that happens. Let
me refresh Adam Schefter, Mr. Schefter.
I got a Schefter and Ian Rappaport on Ian? The notifications. They pop up.
No, ain't nothing up there. Ain't nothing up there like that. There's nothing up there like that. Somebody did that in the middle of my podcast last week saying that Ryan Fitzpatrick was signing with the Eagles. And I'm like, what? And got me going crazy, looking all over the place. I'm like, y'all are full of shit. Stop it.
That's exactly, man. Those comments get me too.
As far as with Rodney Hudson coming in and being that cornerstone at the center position, is there any place on the line that y'all need to address now since y'all already got your cornerstone with Rodney Hudson now?
The only one I can think of right now is right guard. I know we got Josh Jones last year out of Houston for a 3rd-round pick. There's rumors that he might move over to the guard position, which would be pretty cool. That's really the only one that I'm really like, oh, we got to address it. But it's not that big of a need because I do think that Josh Jones can come in and help us out there.
Josh Jones.
Yeah.
Now y'all I got to go into it because we did talk about this a little bit too. The Raiders was in interest for J.J. Watt. Y'all got J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones on that defense now.
Oh, yeah.
What holes do the Cardinals need to fill on the defensive side of the ball.
The biggest one right now is DB. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Patrick Peterson posted something on his Twitter with a Cardinal uniform saying that is." I was like, "Don't look." I hate when people like it's just annoying.
They're reading the tea leaves.
Yeah, exactly. But he makes it seem like he's going to come back. I think Patrick Peterson's gone. He's going to go to and I'm going to do quotations, contending team. He's been wanting to be out for like 2 out of the past 3 years. Like it was very, very known that he wants to be out of the Cardinals. Whether he doesn't like the direction, whether he doesn't like the GM, I don't know. I think this is his opportunity to really kind of save face with the fans and the organization, saying, "Hey, they just didn't pay me enough." But I think this is a good opportunity for him just to kind of walk away. But DB is going to be. Yeah,
I think Patrick Peterson is a guy where he's going to want a lot of money, but he's not going to be worth a lot of money right now because he's on the back end of his career right now.
Yeah, agreed.
So I say, DB, I agree with you as well. But Patrick Peterson, if you want to win a Super Bowl in this league, you're going to have to take a pay cut.
I think he's pissed he doesn't have a house as gorgeous as Cliff Kingsbury's. I'm just throwing it out there.
100%, man. 100%.
That house is fire, man.
Right. So we do have a question for you in the chat stating, do you think Kyler Murray is the next Lamar Jackson?
No, I don't think so. Like when I think of Kyler Murray, I don't think of Lamar Jackson. I really don't. I see him more as a Russell Wilson type, where he does not want to be a run first type of quarterback. Like you said it multiple different times. I mean, obviously he's not nowhere close to Russell Wilson right now, but that would be like the comp that I would give Kyler Murray. Not Lamar Jackson. No,
I wouldn't think he would be the next Lamar Jackson. I think Kyler Murray has a better arm than Lamar Jackson. But between those two being in the NFL, Kyler Murray does have a better arm on the go than Lamar Jackson. So now that you see how that. Because both of our teams is on the West. We in the AFC West, you're on the NFC West.
Yep. You guys got the giant toaster in the desert. We have the giant Roomba in the desert.
Exactly.
Love it.
Now you have Wilson probably staying with Seattle.
Yeah.
You got Matthew Stafford with the Rams now. We don't know what's going on with the 49ers about Garoppolo. There's been rumors about Watson saying he wants to go to San Fran.
Yep.
Now, just hypothetically speaking, if Watson goes to the 49ers, where do your Cardinals fit in that division?
It's tough, man. That's absolutely tough. I cannot sit here and say Russell Wilson is not going to be either number 1 or number 2. You bring Deshaun Watson to a team that's already ready to go in San Francisco 49er with a dynamite defense. Man, I would be shaking my boots. I'm not even going to lie to you. That would be absolutely tough for the car. I would see us maybe 3rd, maybe even 4th ending in division. And I'm not one to be like, oh, yeah, hyping up the team. Like, I know when legit team comes, like when players come in here, I know when to speak the truth. And that would probably put us back down to 3 or maybe even 4th, depending on Matthew Stafford.
I was just thinking the same exact thing, actually.
Yeah,
I think right now the NFC West is looking like the best division in football.
But you know what? It was the same thing as I was doing the predictions going into last season. I said the same thing with those 3 teams. It's going to be a legit, like the NFC West right now is probably hands down the best division in the league.
100%.
These rivalries are just straight dogfights, and that's what we're looking at again this coming season. And those are going to be some games that I'm going to put on my schedule that I want to watch this coming season.
They're going to be good games, man. They're absolutely. I mean, the Cardinals are up in the rise. It's just right now we have that stigma, man. We're the little brother to these big teams right now, the Seahawks out there, and we need if we want to make a statement, like this has to be the year. Like, and if not, Cliff Kingsbury needs to go, and even Steve Keim, even if he's doing these big swing plays, there's a reason for that because he knows his job is on the line, which is the GM.
Same thing for the Raiders, man. Same things for the Raiders in the AFC West. Like, you just never know what's going to happen with the Chiefs now.
Yep.
And with the Raiders. The Chargers have improved a lot in this free agency. And we just gonna keep donkeys at the bottom. We just keep them.
They're staying at the
bottom every year. I keep the donkeys at the bottom every year. Drew Lock is not the quarterback for them. So,
I agree.
I just feel like even outside of the Broncos, I still think the AFC West and the NFC West always had great rivalries out of any other division in football. I mean, it used to be the NFC East back in the day. No, it ain't that no more. So. I love the West Coast, man. The West Coast is doing it for the NFL right now.
You know what, man. Darren, I got a question for you. And I know we have started the official new year, the NFL season, the new league season. where do you think, depending on where the Raiders finish this coming season, do you think, you know what, going into the season, do you think John Gruden is on the hot seat? Yes or no? And
Yes.
why?
That's a no-brainer. That is what?
Yeah.
That's not even a question. Even AZ thinks that he's.
Yeah,
on the
I would
hot
agree
seat.
with you. Yeah, because I've seen your videos, man. I agree, man. As far as like a fan perspective, man, and somebody looking from the outside looking in, 10 years, man. That's that owner. Like seriously, I don't know why he did that.
Crackhead prices.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think Mayock and Gruden are on the hot seat. I think both of them as a GM and as a head coach. I feel even though that John Gruden stated that, even though if he gets fired, he's not going to take any money. Hey, that's fine with me. I wasn't a big fan of Gruden coming back here anyway. I thought he was way younger.
Fire him and send him back to ESPN so he could do Monday Night Football.
Not even do ESPN. Let him go on to Don't listen. He could do Sunday Night Football because I'm tired of Chris Collinsworth. Do Sunday Night Football. That's just me. But I mean, yeah, he's on the hot seat. If there's no at least a wild card game for us in that state of the art stadium that we have, that we pay so much money for,
I want to go so badly.
Okay, so we got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. So according to Troy Rednick, he says that hearing that the Raiders are closing in signing Solomon Thomas, former top pick of the 49ers, for a fresh start.
Wow.
How do you feel about how do y'all feel about that?
So
Solomon Thomas, y'all.
Maybe they're not playing around. I actually like this kid's draft value when he came out. I'm holy shit if this really happens. I remember watching him when he played at Stanford and he was a beast. Like, yo.
Someone that plays him 2 times a year. Yeah, he's good.
Wait, Todd. Whoa, Todd, 1 year, $5 million. Is this real? Is this official? Who's your source? Like, you got me like excited right now. What the hell?
And Victor Four of the Athletic retweeted it. So
he's
so it's looking like Solomon Thomas might be one of those guys to come in for the Raiders. Is from what the people are saying, they're saying 1 year, $5 million. I would take that because Solomon Thomas can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So you're not breaking the bank with him. You're bringing him in on a proven deal at $5 million, probably like $2 or $3 million guaranteed. So as far as a former 49ers, and you know that you're a Cardinals fan, AZ fan, how do you feel about this move with Solomon Thomas, knowing that y'all did play him twice a year?
Yeah, I mean, definitely get him out of my division for sure. I'm down with that, man. Heck yeah. Yeah, man. He's always been someone that's kind of always been like on all of our quarterbacks. I like him as a player, but obviously as a 49er, like you're not going to care too much. But yeah, he's definitely wreaked havoc for sure. It definitely seems like because the injuries have been a big thing, just kind of having a fresh start for you guys. And that's really cool. Keep him over there in the AFC because we don't need him here, man. We don't need him here.
I would love it. I would love it. They saying actually it is Tom Pelissero that said it. It says 1 year deal up to $5 million per source. New home for Thomas, the former third overall pick in 2017, and he's still only 25 years old.
Yeah, young.
So we go young. We go young there. So AZ, I thank you for coming on, talking about Rodney Hudson, man. Y'all getting a hell of a player in Rodney Hudson. That was third round pick. Hopefully we can capitalize on a third round pick because last year we got rid of Lynn Bowden Jr., traded him to the Dolphins. But thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah,
I know man. You got to look at your Cardinals and let them over there know. Hey,
absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, man. Really do appreciate it.
All right,
later.
And that was AZ Sports Fan coming on, talking about the Rodney Hudson trade. But it's not a trade; it's a signing. Solomon Thomas, man, how you feeling about this 1 year, $5 million, man?
Yeah, when he's healthy, he's a problem, and that's right now. This is what we need. We need to be able to stop and contain the run. Like so many teams figured us out real quick early in the season, and I can go back to specifically the Patriot game. I said what the game plan needed to be going into that game, and it was contain Cam Newton. Oh, they contained them. Belichick was like, okay, I got something for that ass. Starts running up the middle, starts going to the outside. We didn't gang tackle. We couldn't angle pursuit, that arm tackling bullshit. We couldn't do anything. And it continued to be the ongoing problems for us on defense throughout the entire season. So adding somebody like him should definitely help with the pass rush.
I love it. I love it. Solomon Thomas, he's definitely a great player coming out of Stanford. If he can stay healthy, I think it definitely helps out. Mind you, he's another pass rusher. So even with Yannick Ngakoue or even, Max Crosby need, a breather, you could bring a Solomon Thomas in a rotation.
Yeah.
So now we just need to see what's going to happen with Sherman, what's going to happen with Anthony Harris. If we could get those two players before the end of today, I am satisfied with free agency. Hammer, how would you feel about that?
I'm happy so far, but I still say try to get Harris and try to get Sherman. And then I'll be in a happy place. Then I'll be looking forward to the upcoming season. And they're saying in the draft this year, we're going to have to draft an offensive lineman. Then yes, do it.
Yes. Now that Wild Bill said now it's time to cut Carl Nassib. I think so. I think so. I feel like Nassib has a contract that does hold up cap space. But I'm gonna let you talk about that because I gotta make this. I gotta go see how my aunt's doing. I'll be back.
Nassib, in my opinion, is a hybrid. You could put him at the edge, but you could also put him at linebacker. He did some decent things this past season, but if he's a serious cap casualty, then yes, you cut him however you can or try to release him. I'm not sure what we're against the cap with him right now. You'd rather get rid of Arden Key. So this is a toss-up, especially with all the moves that they've been making over these last few days and what they're trying to do right now. So it's kind of hard to really say who should stay, who should go. And then there's those talks about them meeting with Quentin Jefferson in the coming days as well. Untouchable, sign a tackle, running back, corner, safety, and free agent, and we're good. Bring Vic back. Gruden and Mayock have more up their sleeve. You know what? I'm starting to believe that now, especially the fact where Hudson wanted to be released for whatever reasons. My opinion, I do believe it's the culture of the franchise right now. But instead of getting released, they ended up being able to make a comprehensive deal where they get a second, third round pick this coming season. So now they'll have the 80th and 81st overall pick in the draft in the third round. And like we said, with running back, a second running back anyways, I would like to sign Chris Carson on a 1-year deal, maybe. It depends on what he's asking for, though. I think a bruiser like him and Josh Jacobs could be a formidable two-headed monster. We lost out on Booker, who decided to go to the East Coast and sign with the Giants and be Saquon's backup. So it's kind of hard. Nassib is $9.5 million dead cap. Then I guess we're stuck with it unless they do something else. Clowney, absolutely not. Injury prone, hands down, one of the most overrated defensive players in the NFL. Last year was supposed to be his money year, and he got hurt. I don't want Jadeveon Clowney. Sorry. The Raiders have a big. You know what? I'm really starting to see that something's brewing right now. Something is like I thought what the Patriots did on day one, or actually days before the official start of the new year, was crazy, and like they're more or less trying to see a Patriots Bucks Super Bowl, but yeah. Hammer, wasn't Nassib a healthy scratch last year because of attitude? I didn't hear anything about his attitude. I saw him play a decent amount though, and when he was out there, he had a couple of good stops. We absolutely need a secondary. Absolutely need a secondary. And that's been, I said it from the beginning of, like, I did a live video last year during the offseason saying the defense was a major, major problem. They made a couple moves here and there. Offensively, I said we needed weapons. They made some good moves in the draft as well. But the defense as a whole this past season was, again, piss poor and shot themselves in the foot time and time again. Stupid penalties, lack of discipline, couldn't tackle, not gang tackling. The defensive schemes were horrible. You were putting players in the wrong positions, not really playing to the guy's strengths. It sucked last year. It really did. You guys started off 6-3. Everybody was so high. Oh, they're making the playoffs. Da 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 da. And fourth easiest remaining schedule in the league. You were 6-3. You finished the last few games 2-5 and finished 8-8. Like, something had to give, obviously. Solomon could move to DT. Does that mean we move Crosby as well to the inside? Yeah, probably. Picture Yannick and Solomon, or is it just going to be a rotation by committee for that? Then you get rid of him if that was the case. If he was that type of person, didn't want to practice and had that type of attitude, then you get rid of him. Hudson, at that age, were you thinking about a child? I think he wanted out because of the culture. That's why I think Hudson wanted out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now we have some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It's not for the Raiders, but one of the best available free agents will spend time with the Giants, and Coach Joe Judge and the team look like they're going after Kenny Galladay.
They've been talking about that.
But it's actually the Giants has been in long talks with Kenny Galladay, so he's still in New York.
I was listening to they were talking about on ESPN radio. I think it was, if it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. And I'm just like, okay, is this going to happen or not? They need a number one receiver in the worst way possible. Evan Ingram's a bum. Golden Tate got released. Sterling Shepard can't stay healthy. Saquon is coming off that ACL injury in the backfield. They just signed Devontae Booker as well.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love for the Raiders to go out and get Galladay, but I don't see it happening. The Raiders not going to do it. The Raiders not going to pay that money. The Giants are willing to pay that money.
He's got to stay healthy too, though. Galladay is another one that can't stay healthy.
Well, when it comes to, like, he only had 1 year that he only had 1 year with the Lions that he was not healthy, and that was last year.
And he thinks he deserves Odell money for that, because you got people in here now that are talking about Jadeveon Clowney. He's another one that was playing for big money.
I don't care for Clowney. I don't care for
He was another one that was playing for a big money contract this year, and he got hurt as well. He ain't getting the money he thinks he deserves.
I don't care.
And that's like the second year in a row that's happened to him.
Any news on Eric Fisher? No. There's no news on Eric Fisher, which I would love the Raiders to go out and get. How would you feel about that?
Whatever helps this team at this point, I'm on board for. But it has to make sense. It has to make sense.
I mean, Josh Reynolds is a good sneaky good pickup if the Raiders were to go out and get Josh Reynolds, the wide receiver from the Rams. He's a big guy. He's about what, 6'5" at the least? 6'4", 6'5".
Wish I was 6'4".
Right, bro. Listen, we short over here.
Me and Kyler Murray are the same damn height. Like,
right. We both the same height as Kyler Murray. No, I'm way shorter than Kyler Murray. I'm way shorter. Don't let the camera fool y'all, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders are out on Melvin Ingram with signing Solomon Thomas. No, I don't think we're out on Melvin Ingram.
Yeah, but how much is Melvin Ingram looking for as well, though? That's the next thing.
That's another thing too. How much money? I hate that. I just Melvin Ingram should not ask for money. Ask for big money. You coming off an injury, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot, like some of these guys that are on the market right now are coming off of injuries, and they're still looking for like big money. And it's like, where do you think that you deserve this right now? Like you're technically a risk right now if you're coming off of any serious injury. And there's one right there. He's coming off of an Achilles injury. Really? Right. You think you're getting big money? You might get a league vet minimum right now at best, if you're lucky.
Right.
That's a show that right there. If you're coming back from a significant injury like that, this year is going to be a year for a show improved contract. So you better take the money, show out, and then get your big money the following season.
So a lot of people are saying that, as you know, Thomas tore his ACL and medical patelliform ligament in his knee in September. The good news is the doctor who performed that surgery said Thomas is ahead of schedule of his recovery. That's why I'm not mad at the Raiders spending $5 million on a guy.
I want to know who the doctor was, though. I want to know who the doctor was, though. I'm not even being funny about that. Like, if it was Jake,
I hate about the Athletic, because like they'll let you read a little bit of the article and then you have to subscribe to the Athletic to read the article. I'm not subscribing to the Athletic to read an article. I'm not doing it.
We're missing size outside of Edwards and Waller. Replace Tyrell Williams' size. We missed that in the red zone. Well, that was a reason they took the chance on drafting Edwards, because he's a big body receiver like that, like Williams. Right. He's actually bigger than Tyrell Williams. And I've said it time and time again. I did not want Tyrell Williams with the Raiders. The dude is, everybody made it seem like, oh, he's the next best thing. One, you were a number 2 receiver. 2, you got feet for hands. We saw that firsthand I don't care if it was raining or not. You're a receiver. Your job is to catch the damn ball. Like, he was a major, they should have never signed him to that contract. Never. He just signed somewhere too. Who signed him? Who signed him?
They saying Bud Dupree got with the guy. I guess let me go to it. Let me go to his comment real quick.
Bud Dupree got paid and he's coming back from injury.
But he's coming back from injury. But Bud Dupree only had one good year. I feel like Bud Dupree got overpaid.
Bud Dupree got overpaid because the Titans were trying to get his ass away from the rivals in Pittsburgh. That's the only reason he got that type of money.
Yeah, I'm not. Bud Dupree was definitely overpaid. The Raiders was not paying for that. Sorry. So we're at least getting something for Hudson. Yes, Florida boy, we do get something for Hudson.
We got a 3rd round draft pick, and that's the 80th. The Cardinals had the 80th overall in the draft. We got that pick, and we have the 81st overall as well. So we got back-to-backs in the 3rd round. That'll definitely be a huge upside for the Raiders as a whole, depending on what their needs will be come the 3rd round, what spots they think that they can fill with those 2 3rd-round spots. And hopefully they don't give somebody up the way they did Lynn Bowden. But Lynn Bowden had gotten into trouble before training camp started with that whole gun thing at his grandmother's house or wherever the hell it was. And then he couldn't read.
That didn't have nothing to do with it.
But he also couldn't read the playbook for shit.
But he doesn't play running back. That's my problem.
He was a running back. He was a running back. He was a receiver. He was a quarterback at Kentucky.
But most of his stats came from playing wide receiver.
I don't know, man.
He had over 1,500 receiving yards at Kentucky.
Except for good.
Only reason why he had to play quarterback because they starting quarterback went down.
They're signing 1-year deals right now because of the cap right now. And they're being smart about it. I get it from the business standpoint. I understand what they're trying to do. And they've been doing this the last year or two with certain players. So I get where they're coming from. Don't be surprised when you start seeing guys get signed in the middle of the season to 1-year deals when they need to fill certain holes as well.
I think they're doing these 1-year deals because I feel like they're going to try to go with somebody. You're really blowing up this offseason. Keep it up, man. Thank you, Son Joku. I really do appreciate it, brother. If y'all have not subscribed to Hammer House and y'all have not subscribed to Son Joku, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to both of those channels right now.
We saved money with the trade of Hudson. We just got some more money in the cap. If we can get rid of Mariota, there's another 11.8, 11.9 mil in cap space for us as well. They got to do something immediately, though. Like, there were teams that were on the market that were looking to trade for him, and then they all bailed out. Just cut him already.
And then Tyrell Williams signed with Detroit, and he got a 1-year deal.
That's who he signed with. I knew he signed with Detroit. I just couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah, he's officially a part of the Silver and Black. Solomon Thomas is officially a part of the Silver and Black. People saying the 1-year deals. Let me tell you this. I think a lot of these players that we're signing outside of Nicholas Morrow and Jonathan Hankins are proven deals. They have to prove themselves.
Does the offense have potential to be a top 10 again this year? They have to retool that offensive line immediately. Yep. They need to try to get a number 1 receiver and get a number 2 running back. Devontae Booker signed now as a backup to Saquon Barkley with the Giants. I've said it a couple of times in this podcast today. I believe that we should sign Chris Carson to a 1-year deal. Another bruiser running back. Him and Jacobs could be a good two-headed monster in the backfield for Gruden's offense.
Chris Carson cannot stay healthy. Absolutely not.
That's why you do a 1 year.
I'd rather get a healthy Mike Davis from Carolina than get a Chris Carson.
Mike Davis did look good when McCaffrey was out last year. I can give you that.
Yeah, Chris Carson. My problem with Chris Carson, he can't stay on the field. He can't. But Mike Davis could come in and be that bruiser. I love Mike. I love Chris Carson and Mike Davis, but Mike Davis is more of a healthier option than Chris Carson.
Yo, the followers are going up, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys that are in here tonight subscribing. We are at 116. I can actually finally get my custom URL for my YouTube channel finally.
And they said Vinny is on Twitter saying it's another signing coming.
I'm not a fan of Duke Johnson.
I'm not a fan of Duke Johnson either. He's good out of the backfield, but as far as like another bruiser, no.
Waller was a receiver until he got drafted by the Baltimore Ravens, and Harbaugh,
loyal to the soil.
Harbaugh converted him to a tight end, but I think his legit spot now, especially with that size, and he can block too. He's a solidified tight end. If not, and in my opinion, he's the second best tight end in the league. I don't care what anybody says between him and Kittle. Waller's the second best tight end in the league right now.
So they saying, bro, why y'all want to drop Mariota? Because y'all think Carr can stay healthy and play well through a whole season. Mariota needs to be with the Raiders. Just fix the contract. That's not.
He doesn't want to fix the contract.
I don't mind Mariota staying. Put your link in there because Sean just put it in there too. To say what's your link to your channel.
He doesn't want to fix his contract, and that's one thing they already tried to do was to restructure the contract. And I've said this before: when they first signed him last year, it was to light a fire up Carr's ass to do something under Gruden or else. Mariota got all these incentives in that contract, and he's not getting a single one of those incentives right now. You had to play a certain amount of time. You had to do this, that, and the third to get that contract. He's not getting all that money. The contract was going to be with all the incentives. It was 2 years. With the incentives, it was going to be close to $38.9 million. He's
not even tradable right now.
He's not getting that money.
Tradable right now. We cannot get nothing for Mariota because his incentives is up to almost $20 to $30 million in incentives. Like, come on.
What was it? It was like a 2-year deal, 17 point whatever, and then all the incentives was coming out to almost $38.9 million total. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous of a contract. And just because he played in one game against the Chargers, y'all want to say he's a god. Stop it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm an Oregon Ducks fan. I loved watching him in Oregon. When he got drafted, I enjoyed watching him at the beginning, but then he fell off. He is a backup. He is a backup at best. He's not a starting quarterback.
He lost his job to Ryan Tannehill. We overpaid for Marcus Mariota. I don't give a crap what nobody says in this chat. We overpaid for Marcus Mariota.
Oh, look, I got another jersey to show off.
Just because he played one good game with the Chargers, where the Chargers was unprepared for Marcus Mariota, here we go with this bull crap again.
I don't know if you're going to see this one because it's green, but no, you're not going to see it. But it's my Michael James Oregon Ducks jersey.
That's just me. I feel like we overpaid for a guy that's not a starter in this league anymore. He was going to go to the Washington football team. But they couldn't even do that because his contract stinks.
Did you just
we're stuck with that fucking contract?
Did you just call them the Washington football team?
Yeah, Washington football team, the nameless team.
What fucking team? That's what WFT stands for.
Oh, shut up, Hammer. Shut your behind up. We're going to be on here till I'm staying on here till 7:00. I think I'm done after this. It's good hanging out with y'all though. We still rocking at 194 in the chat, 206 lights. How good is Thomas?
Let me pull up. Let me see if I can pull up his stats real quick just to take a look and see.
What, Solomon Thomas?
Yeah. All right. So for his career, 48 games, 6 sacks, 73 solo tackles. It's not bad. He only played 2 games last season, but he's been in the league since 2017. 48 games. He started 30 of them. 95 combined tackles, 73 solo, 22 assisted, 16 tackles for loss, 23 QB hits.
We said it, y'all. I'm sorry to cut you off. We said it, but how long?
Chiefs?
How we let that man walk to be with the Kansas City Chiefs?
Told you.
How? How?
Why do you think Hudson wanted out, bro? He left Vegas without signing a deal. You knew that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I knew it. And
You were saying, oh, Kansas City doesn't have money.
They only get him for $5 million. They only get him for $5 million.
But I told you, because you were like, Kansas City doesn't have money, but they also don't. They lost their entire line as well. I knew that was going to happen.
Joe Tooney and Kyle Long together on that line.
Y'all better get some.
People say they'd rather have Richie than Kyle. I'm sorry. I'd rather have Richie and Kyle.
Y'all better get a secondary that can stop that speed in Kansas City. I'm telling you right now.
The Raiders have money to get him $5 million, bro. $5 million. That is cheap as fuck. That is cheap.
That was his father's team, and he didn't sign with us. Come on. That was his father's team. Yo,
it's not really about the contract for me. We have Denzel Good too, but it is what it is. He's with Kansas City, but we got money to get people, and we're not signing no offensive lineman right now. We're not. We didn't get Alex Mack. Alex Mack would have been a great center for us.
Alex Mack is going to San Francisco.
Yeah. Alex Mack is a better center than what we have now. He's better than Andre James.
You got Trent Williams. You got Trent Williams, and you got Alex Mack on that.
Trent Williams was going to get his money. We all knew that.
I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad. Like, I'm good with Richie being back as well. Dude is a bully. I love the hell out of him on the line. He's got to stay healthy this year. This is going. Mark my words. This is going to be Richie Incognito's final season in the NFL. And that's why they did what they did. They released him. They were going to bring him back on a league vet minimum, and he's going to ride off into the sunset as a Raider. That's it.
Okay, so Rick Tafur just said that the writing was on the wall. Some say the workout in Las Vegas didn't go that well. And others said that he was freaked out by Hudson leaving.
Told you.
The tweet says it.
Those two had to have had a conversation.
Leaving. Once he got traded, that's when he was like, nope.
Hudson had to have had a conversation with him before that meeting happened and was like, yo, this, that, and the third is going on right now. I'm not about this right now. I want out. I would suggest that you don't sign here.
He said the writing was on the wall. Some say the workout in Las Vegas didn't go well, and others saying that he was freaked out about Rodney Hudson leaving. Damn.
Whatever.
Wow.
It is what it is, man.
But we need to address even though we still need to address the offensive line. Yes, we got Incognito back. Yes, we got Good back.
You got Colton Miller too, because you haven't mentioned him at all.
Don't get me wrong.
Colton Miller's up there too.
Don't get me wrong, but it's just I just feel like your father played here. Why would you not want to play here? But it's something behind the scenes is letting people know why play here.
Aguilar said it. And I guarantee you he's telling people the same thing. Don't go to Vegas. His culture is bad, whatever. Hudson probably said the same exact thing to Kyle Long. Don't fucking come here.
I think that's why we don't hear nothing from about Anthony Harris or any of these guys coming to the Raiders, because are they making calls saying don't go to the Raiders? We all know Aguilar is going to suck next year. We all know that.
You see, look, Belichick is back on what he did years ago with Gronk and Hernandez running the 2 tight end sets. Those are going to be the dudes that are fucking putting up numbers.
I just think we need to sign some offensive linemen right now. I think we did enough on the defense as far as defensive line. As far as defensive line go, I think we're good. Yeah, I understand that we're signing injury-prone players. I think Solomon Thomas that's why he's on a proven deal of $5 million. Even if we do release him, we're not hurting our salary cap. We're not hurting it. So $5 million for 1 year, I think is a good move for Solomon Thomas. And they said that Solomon Thomas is ahead of schedule with his after his ACL injury. He's ahead of schedule. So he might be ready by training camp, which is not that long. Eric Fisher is still available, and I really hope the Raiders go out and look at Schwartz or Eric Fisher. I'll be satisfied with the offensive line if we pick up Fisher, because that means Incognito. Andre James might most likely going to be the center. Then Gabe Jackson has not been officially released or officially traded. So we don't know what we're doing with Gabe Jackson at this moment.
Denzel Good. You'd rather have Denzel Good than Long. You know what? Long has been out the league, I think, for 2 years. It might be 2 years. So yeah,
1 year.
1 year. Okay, so you know what? I do understand where people are. Okay, I'd rather have Good over him. All right, cool. And you know what? I agree with that. Something's not right though. I understand. Like Mayock and Gruden are trying to do something right now, but until like the draft is over. Until training camp starts and I can see what the projected 53-man roster is going to be, I'm not fully sold right now. Not until I really see full results right now. Let's see what the draft, where the draft takes us. Let's see what the rest of free agency takes us. They're not spending. They're spending, but they're spending 1 year deals. Okay, cool. We have to wait and see how this plays out, though.
We do. I just feel like I think we need one more piece on the offensive line, and I think we build that offensive line depth in the draft. I think Eric Fisher will come in and be a huge upgrade for us. Eric Fisher is one of the top linemen still one of the top linemen in this league. Even Schwartz or Eric Fisher, one or the other. I would take either one. Right now, Schwartz is a little bit more older than Fisher at this moment, but I mean, Kyle Long is a Kansas City Chief, and I want to know how we feel about that, and how we probably yelling at Gruden and Mayock. It's not because of him playing. I just think it's a legacy there. I think I'm more of the legacy.
Hudson wanted the ring chase. Yo, that division, I'm telling you, bro, that NFC West is going to be a dogfight the entire season.
Who said Hudson won the ring chase?
Allen just said it.
Hudson do not want to. If he won the ring chase, why would he get traded to the Cardinals? The Cardinals is not winning the championship this year. If he was really ring chasing, he would have went to the Patriots, or he would have went to the Chiefs.
Chucky going to select the right tackle for the Raiders' #1 pick. You know what? I wouldn't be mad at it.
What?
If the Raiders drafted right tackle with the #1 pick.
With the 17th overall pick?
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah,
but it better be somebody that's being plugged in right away, that's ready to work, and like one of the top guys in the country that's like solidified throughout Division One. I'll tell you right now.
Right. He got traded. He didn't choose.
No. This is what he was going to be cut originally, and the Cardinals got on the phone and offered that deal, and they just said, okay, you know what? We're going to get something out of this instead of just having free cap space, so we'll work this deal out instead.
Right.
Which is fine. We got something out of it anyways.
We got back-to-back third-round picks this year.
Yep.
Back-to-back third-round picks.
He's not gonna be head-to-head with Donald. What are you saying? Donald is an edge rusher.
They are more the Cardinals right now is more talented than us, but they are in a tougher division than us.
Hell yeah.
So we got to see what that how all these players getting signed to the Cardinals, like Watt, Green, Hudson getting traded there. We got to see how those players perform under Cliff Kingsbury.
I still want
It
that
was
man.
reported that Hudson requested his release as Gruden was going to release Jackson. Wow.
Raiders lying about Long's
yeah.
workout. If that was the case, KC wouldn't have signed him.
They said that he didn't have a good. They saying that Kyle Long didn't have a good workout with us.
I don't know. It's a little sus.
And then it's a little sus. And then at the same time, they stated that he felt some type of way about Hudson's release or Hudson's trade that made him leave the building.
I would have felt some type of way about that shit too.
Yeah, the Kansas City is desperate for linemen. They lost a lot of linemen. We just gotta be better, man. We gotta address the offensive line. At least one offensive lineman in free agency. At least one. I'll take one offensive lineman in free agency and do the rest in the draft. That's just me.
Sounds like a sketchy bad first date with Kyle Long.
I can't with Jason Marshall. I can't with Jason Marshall. I can't, man. I can't at all. I can't. We've been on here for almost 2 hours and 45 minutes, man. So listen, I told you these 3-hour lives is going to be because of free agency. When free agency is done, I'm going back to videos. Screw this.
This is fun, and I'm getting a lot more followers now. So thank you for the love, people.
Yeah,
but you know what?
If you got to upload from your phone to talk Raider news, do it.
I'm gonna start doing it, even if I gotta sit in my car on a break and do it, because I'm not doing it inside the job. But you know what? You and I talked about this earlier. I'm looking to rebrand a little bit, and I spoke to Jake earlier, and he gave me a suggestion, and I absolutely love it. So now for the viewers that are in here right now, I'm gonna put up a little vote, and I just want you guys to comment in the box below. Do I keep Hammer's house, or do I change it to Hammer Down? Just comment and let me just see what you guys think, because now I have a custom URL I can create, and I have to make a decision on this immediately. So Hammer's house or Hammer Down? Let me know.
So All Aboard Raider says, bro, we got Richie for $2.6 million. Long just signed $5 million, and Richie is better. Got to look at the whole picture. Me personally, the only reason why you say Richie is better because Kyle Long has been out. Now let's be honest here. When Kyle Long was playing, Kyle Long was better than Richie Incognito.
Yes, he was. And here's the thing, Richie is coming off. He had an Achilles injury. He was having problems with. He didn't tear it or anything, but he was having issues with that Achilles this past season. I understood what the Raiders did in regards to cutting him. I told people this the second the decision was made. They are going to re-sign him. Don't worry about it. They're going to re-sign him. They're going to give him a league vet minimum, and he's coming back for one more year. And that's exactly what they did. It was a smart decision. It was a cap-saving decision. He's back. I'm good with that. Yo, yeah, King Savage, you are 1,000% correct. You are 1,000% correct. Richie said that Richie made Josh Jacobs look like a god. Richie Incognito is one of the biggest fucking bullies in the NFL on that offensive line, and he's been that way for quite some time now. Regardless of his Jonathan Martin bullying incident, he's a legit bully on the field, and I'm glad that he's one of our linemen.
Right. I don't mind Richie Incognito, but just imagine if we had Richie Incognito and Kyle Long. Just imagine.
Shit.
Just imagine Josh Jacobs would be in love. Josh Jacobs would be in love.
He needs to have a bounce back year, though. I was not satisfied with his work, his production this past season. Josh Jacobs has to have a bounce back year. And if you guys think I'm crazy for saying that, I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
True. That's a fact. That is a fact. We it's been, I'd rather good than long too. I mean, people fail to realize that when Kyle Long was playing, he was one of the most dominant linemen in football. Nobody could get past Long when he was playing for the Chicago Bears.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody couldn't get past him.
Absolutely.
Yes, understanding that he's only been gone. He's been out of the league for a while. But once he gets his feet wet and once he gets his feet under him in this league, we're going to regret not getting long. I'm telling you that right now. We're going to regret getting long. Just because he's unproven right now because he's been out the league, watch when he get his feet under him. Just watch it.
Anthony, this is a move that a lot of I'm a Met fan. This is something that we saw during the offseason with free agency, and this is why we lost out on Trevor Bauer. This is why we lost out on Brad Hand. This is why we lost out on George Springer. We gave some really good offers. Toronto ain't a contender, and this dude, he already had a ring or two. He went to Toronto on a 6-year, $150 million deal. They offered him around the ballpark range of 123 to 125 mil. He could have been with a World Series contender this coming season.
What time is your show tonight?
9:00.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Bauer
went to LA, but pulled a total publicity bitch move the way he went about things. And it's the kind of thing, I get it's a business, but this is the shit that people do, and then they fleece the fuck out of other teams, and it's not right.
And I feel like Kyle Long didn't do that. He left and got a $5 million deal. $5 million on 1 year. I wouldn't mind bringing him in for 1 year. We didn't have to sign him to a multi-year deal. 1 year would have been enough for us.
Facts.
Because honestly, we're trying to win now, and obviously the Raiders don't see it that way. We're not. The Raiders organization is trying to just completely rebuild. That's what it's looking like. But how many years have we been rebuilding? Come on.
Why do we keep signing defensive ends instead of a secondary?
Solomon Thomas is a defensive tackle, not a defensive end. He can play that, but he plays better inside.
They got to bolster up the secondary immediately. They got to do something with the secondary. Don't start, BL. You can come in tonight and talk that shit.
Offensive line or defense? Yes. Offensive line or defense, both ends, in my opinion. Absolutely, man. It's we got 9 minutes left, man.
That's not funny. Seriously, that's not funny.
What?
The Raiders have traded Josh Jacobs to Miami Dolphins for 2021 second-round pick and a conditional pick. That shit ain't funny.
Please. That's the troll. Don't get into it. We're not trading Josh Jacobs. For what? That would be dumb of us to do that.
Legion of Boom was created by strong front seven. That's why we're going heavy front seven. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But
now
we still need corners, man. We need corners and we need a safety.
We still need to address the back end, even though that the Legion of Boom was made by that front four. But that front four made it good for talented corners.
Put Sherman at free safety. He's knocking someone's dick in the dirt. That's a guarantee.
Facts. Absolutely facts. 8 minutes left until we end this live, man, because, man, 3 hours is a lot, man. 3 hours a day.
I need to go have dinner and try to relax before I do my next one in 2 hours and 8 minutes.
I know, man. I'm gonna be in that chat with y'all, man. I'm not really big on baseball, but I definitely
come and hang out though.
Yeah, our corners are just young. Guntner messed up these kids.
You're right. You know what? He sure did. And again, the main problem was you did not have these guys playing. You had them. They weren't playing to their strengths, and that was a huge problem as well. But a lot of things. It starts with what? Think of the front four: Crosby, Farrell,
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Somebody gonna die.
Are talking to Galladay as well.
So did he leave New York?
Well, it says free agent wide receiver. The free agent wide receiver received an offer, but no decision has been made. And he was planning to visit the Giants.
Who's the kid that who's the other kid that the Bengals had that was showing out this past season?
It was Tyler Boyd.
So if you had Boyd and Galladay and Burrow back at 100% with Mixon in the backfield,
all they need to focus on. I think they're going to focus on the offensive line in the draft.
Any idiot that are still on the MM bandwagon over Carr are uneducated about Raider football and should stick to women's volleyball. Yay! Somebody sees it my way. Thank you.
Yeah, T. Higgins was another one.
Yes, because I feel like T. Higgins was constantly one that they were talking about in fantasy last year.
All right, so we do got the contract terms for Jonathan Hankins. It's 1 year, $3.5 million. He gets $1.75 million signing bonus and $1.5 million salary guarantee.
Not bad.
Not bad for 1 year.
Low key, I'm rooting for Joe Burrow. Hope since he gets him some solid help. Let Galladay go over there. Let Galladay sign in Cincy.
What do we think about the Solomon Thomas signing?
I'm happy. It's
I'm
progress.
I'm not too mad at that.
Yeah, apparently the talks about trading Gabe Jackson right now. The only team that I've seen remotely inquiring right now are the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how it plays out. I'll probably hear something by the end of the night.
Foster needs more play time. We need more twin tight end sets.
With who?
Foster and Waller.
Nah.
I wouldn't mind that, though.
I wouldn't mind it, but I wish Witten would have played one more year.
I think Witten was more of a mentor.
He was, and that's what I said when they signed him. But Jay Witt is one of the best tight ends of all time, and he was another guy that I used to love watching play. So
you could definitely put if we could go out and get Desmond King, I would put him in a corner slot.
Gruden needs to get on and do a presser. All this BS going around, you know that's not going to happen. And when if that does happen, he's going to be running circles with his answers.
He's going to be running circles with the goddamn question.
I hate to hear him talk. I really hate to hear him talk sometimes. He Gruden just talks shit. He's one of those people that enjoys hearing himself talk. I can't stand Bernard press conference.
I agree with you, Bernard. Thomas is a low risk with a medium or slash high reward.
Absolutely.
I agree. Front four, Crosby, Farrell, Thomas, Yannick, cornerback, Sherman, Mullen, Arnett, linebackers, Morrow, Wachowski, Notre Dame kid, and the safety, Harrison, Abram. This is my thing, though. Y'all are underrating Corey Littleton, and I'm going to tell you why. Paul Gutner had him playing
out of position
all year. Gus Bradley is going to revive Corey Littleton, and y'all gonna be like, God damn. I do not trust rookie linebackers in the NFL. I don't trust them.
AB is gonna probably sign with the Bucks on another 1 year deal.
Yeah,
I don't see anybody else taking a chance with him anymore.
Well, I mean, it depends because you gotta think about it. He won the Super Bowl, 1. 2, when he got signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you have not heard a lick out of him.
Because Tom Brady put his ass in check. That's why.
No, that's not about Tom Brady. It's the organization. When the organization could put you in check without your players putting you in check.
I think Tom Brady had something to do with it. I think Tom Brady spoke to him before he went to Bruce Arians in that front office and was like, don't make me look bad. You better keep your shit in check.
Just imagine if he stayed in New England, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was quiet before that whole situation blew up in his face. The whole sexual harassment thing.
Yeah, but again, I think that Brady had something to do with that shit, bro. I truly believe he had something to do with it.
Me personally, I feel like when you have a culture outside of your quarterback, the culture changed you. The culture really changed. I felt like if he didn't have that sexual assault situation the year before last, him and Brady in the Patriots probably would have won the Super Bowl up there.
Whoever just asked about Mo Hurst, he's under contract until 2022. He's got 1 more year under contract.
And we just got the deal for Denzel Good's contract. Now, Denzel Good's contract is worth 2 years, $8.36 million, $3.1 million in guaranteed for Denzel Good. How do y'all feel about that, Raider Nation?
I'm good with it. Where?
I'm gonna let them say it.
There you go. Antonio Brown lived in Brady's house.
He did, but I feel like Bruce Arians is that type of coach that he's a very disciplined coach. I'm just saying it's not just Tom Brady has some involvement, but Bruce Arians and that Buccaneers organization, look who they picked up. They picked up a disgruntled Leonard Fournette. You didn't hear a lick out of him either. He was just disgruntled. They picking up players, and those players are not that. Those players are hard-headed and hot-headed.
They played with the GOAT, bro. They played with the GOAT. Come on.
I'm sorry, but my thing is this though. You can play with the GOAT all you want. If that's the case, everybody that's a free agency could have been playing with the GOAT right now.
See?
You got to think about it from an organization situation too. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers is not a bad organization. They were just waiting on a quarterback. Look at that defense. That defense with Jameis Winston was still good. Yes, Tom Brady brings attraction, but Bruce Arians is a hell of a coach, and y'all gotta give him some type of respect on bringing them players in.
Hell, I got the utmost respect for Bruce Arians because I know he's another one that's is a very no nonsense. That dude will Bruce Arians is the type of person you fuck up, he's gonna punch you square in your mouth.
Right. I'm telling you, it's all about the discipline and the culture. He didn't like the culture with us, AB. He didn't like the culture with Pittsburgh. And just imagine the culture that he would have had in New England if he stayed there.
Alan, I hope
Brady had a part in it, but that Buccaneers organization, look what they're doing. They brought everybody back from their Super Bowl run. They brought everybody back.
I think Alan was smoking whatever Josh Gordon was smoking.
They brought everybody back from their Super Bowl run. Everybody. Fournette, he's going to resign.
AB is giving them cheeks while Brady sings those balls are perfect. Y'all, I fucking can't with y'all. Y'all are crazy.
Well, we got to head off here. We've been on here for 3 hours talking Raiders. Talking Raiders. 3 hours. So, okay, so they say, so D Guest says this before we go out. Let me see. He says, how is Solomon a good pickup? Y'all going to answer me? LOL. He gets paid more than Hankins. Listen, Solomon is a great defensive tackle when he's healthy. That's it. Jonathan Hankins agreed to that deal. He didn't have to agree to that deal. I gotta think about it. Players don't really have no control, but you can say yes or no to a contract.
Absolutely. He took, I guess, what was best for him. He went where he wanted to go. Maybe that was his choice of destination. There could have been teams that might have even offered him a better deal, and he was like, "Nah, I'd rather be in Vegas." There's talks out there now that apparently Juju Smith has family in Vegas, so he's going to end up coming to the Raiders.
I don't want to hear nothing about Juju right now.
I'll believe it when I see it, but I'm not saying, "Oh, get him," because nobody is saying he's a number one receiver either.
He's saying Brady had more impact than Bruce Arians did. That's a lie. Because even before Tom Brady got there, they still had a better defense than the Raiders had in the last 5 years. Shaq Barrett was drafted. He brought in Ndamukong Suh.
What did we sign Solomon for? 1 year, $5 million?
1 year, $5 million.
So isn't that what Kyle Long just got? And Kyle Long was out of the league for a full year. So what are we saying right now?
Right. But I got to get off of here, y'all. There's nothing else that we really can say, man. But if you look at the stats for Solomon Thomas, you'll see why. You'll see why we picked him up. And it's going to be this is going to be a depth move at the end of the day. But thank y'all so much for tuning in, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's been 3 hours since we've been doing this show. And I'm getting off here. If we get any more Raiders news, what I would do is that I will put a video out there. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Hammered House right now. Make sure y'all do it. We will be back for day 4 of free agency. Same time, same place on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Hammer's House. And we are out of here, y'all.
I'll be back on in 2 hours for Turn 2 baseball podcast. We'll be covering the Boston Red Sox. So if y'all want to come on in, come on in. I'll be on at 9 o'clock with my boy Jake the Snake Silva. And if you guys are on your desktops right now on my YouTube page, all the other links for my social media are there. Make sure to follow all those as well. Everything has been rapidly growing over the last week or so. Let's keep this shit going. Show all your love and support. It definitely means a lot. See you guys in 2 hours.
Peace out, y'all. We love y'all.